I was wrong. That's on me. That's my bad. Hand up. That's on me.
Nope. No, that's okay. I didn't think about it. It only occurred to me over the weekend, and I was so busy finishing up last week and thinking about the weekend, I did not really occur to me that we were on the road Tuesday. We will be together tomorrow and then Thursday, and then Phil's going to head up to Lawrence, Kansas. Arkansas going on the road for their regional this week, which is also our question of the day. But give me a quick couple minutes recap of the weekend, and didn't finish on a high note, but had some good performances, some sterling moments, if you will. And then I guess your thoughts on ending up in Lawrence for the regional.
First off, if this is the road for the zone, this is the shortest road trip I'm going to be taking within about a 10-month stretch. So I like road trips for the zone.
I think unless like Razorback Pizza hosts has us come in for a show or something, they're one of our sponsors, of course, for our hotline. And if they have us go, my former co-host used to live walking distance from there. You're not quite there, but you could do it. On Cantrell.
I could make that.
Yeah, for sure.
It would only take
about Highway 10.
It would take an hour or so. I don't mind.
An hour?
Maybe.
I think you can get there fast.
Depending on how quickly I feel like walking.
I believe in you. Anyway, carry on.
Hey, they played really well in Hoover. Pitched really well for the most part, and hit enough. And there are great signs, I think, coming from Hoover that there are pitchers who have gotten their pitch back. You know what I mean? Like Cole Gibbler. He was the only guy that looked really good against Georgia, so that's twice. He got his slider back. He gets that slider back, he's a totally different pitcher. He looked like the Cole Gibbler from last year. Gabe Gackel, 97-mile-an-hour fastball again, over and over. 3 different kind of breaking balls, 3 speeds of that. He looked like the Gabe Gackel of last year. You could say the same about Steele Eves and getting that sinker back. DeCramer looked great again. You saw McIlvain has had a great season. That's the best appearance he's had this year.
No doubt.
And that's saying something. So that was terrific to see. The loss to Georgia doesn't bother me. It's just that they had to play on Sunday when you're playing on Friday. And I'm not sure how many guys that pitched on Sunday you'd want to use on Friday or Saturday or maybe Friday. So I don't know if that'll hurt them very much, but it's a lot of hurry up and wait. That's another thing about Hoover, Justin. It was a lot of hurry up and wait. I think there were about 5.5 total hours of rain delays for that team, which is 2 full games worth that they didn't play, and they're just sitting around and waiting. So, and all the travel and then packing and repacking and unpacking again and all of that. But I do think going on the road for this team was a galvanizing thing because they were gone for 13 days from Kentucky to Hoover and then finally coming back home. So going to Fayetteville is just another piece of this road trip. Road trips like this can be galvanizing, and I hope that's I think it was already, and I hope that can continue in Lawrence. I really think it can.
What do you think of the regional overall?
It's a great regional. I love that they're playing Missouri State. Missouri State may be one of the best, if not the best, 3 seed. I'm excited to see them on a weekend instead of on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. So we see our best pitchers against their best pitchers, and I think that's where the real edge lies for Arkansas. That as long as Hunter Deaton, I don't know how Dave's going to do this because he even said yesterday, if you watch the press conference, they could start Dietz on Friday, but they may want to give him another day of rest for getting hit by that ankle or by that rocket off his shin.
Yeah.
But the Gabe Gackel that you saw pitch the last 2 times on this road trip, that Gackel can beat Missouri State, or he could probably go out and beat Kansas if you give him the ball on Saturday. So it'll depend on that a lot. The location is a lot of the thing of what people are talking about. I've never been to Lawrence for baseball, been there for basketball. And it's interesting. You go there for basketball, it's a pilgrimage. Literally, it's a pilgrimage for college basketball to go to Fog Allen.
Absolutely.
I think going there for baseball would be the total opposite of a pilgrimage from what I hear.
Did you notice what their facility is called?
It's called Hoagland, I know. But if the Razorbacks win the regional, then it'll be Hogland, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was kind of funny.
I do like that. I don't know why it's called Hoagland, but I'll find it.
Yes, you do.
Why?
Because some guy named Hoagland gave a lot of money.
Exactly. Yeah.
Same reason it's called Bumwalker.
Yes, that's why anything in college is named for what it is.
Exactly.
But yeah, they're adding. What are they adding? Like 2,000 seats, 2,000 bleachers to get to about 3,500 or 4,000. This is going to be
very different.
Yeah, remember how I told you I was going to use the word interesting in many different ways?
Well, I guess
it's going to be interesting.
Was amateur hour already taken?
Well, I don't want to insult
time?
them. I really don't want to insult them about their baseball program.
I will.
Well, because they've been good 2 years in a row. This is a program that nobody would ever think of with baseball.
Sure.
Dan Fitzgerald goes there, takes the job, turns them into a Big 12 power. I mean, that's worth, first of all, that's worth putting money into the program and maybe making it a stadium that's worthy of hosting a regional at some point. But the NCAA already thinks it's worthy because their season was worthy of it. And
look, they won the regular season. They won the tournament.
Yeah.
You can't really rip them too much. I mean, and it's a league that has 6 teams in, so it's not like you got a bunch of scrubs in the Big 12. I mean, there are some good programs in there and some perennial powers. I mean, Arizona State's been good, for a lot of years. I'm looking at who else made it.
Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State's a really good program.
I think they've got the longest regional streak now.
Cincinnati's not one I would have expected. I didn't know anything about Central Florida's program, but they're in, and West Virginia's in.
Euclid came from Cincinnati. I know
Kevin
that.
Euclid.
Yeah, Kevin Euclid went there. I don't know any other big leaguers that did, but it's a good league. It's just Kansas wasn't at that. They weren't one of those programs for a while, and Fitzgerald has turned them in that. But it's also an all-turf facility. All-turf, which I hate.
Yes.
And that is much different from Baum-Walker. But the Hogs have played well on all-turf at Kentucky, mostly at Missouri. And I think that they can, I'm not saying they're built for all-turf, but they can definitely play on all-turf. One of the teams that I think may be built for all-turf there would be Northeastern, the 4 seed.
How about that? It's an interesting story.
Sounds like they run like their hair's on fire all game long.
Got to do what you got to do. So, overall, the SEC got 12 teams in, and 7 hosts?
7 hosts. I think Arkansas would have been number 8.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got 12 teams in, and I wonder. See, here's you know how I am about Kentucky. I don't think they had the resume to get in, and I think that there's mid majors that had maybe a better year, but I'm not on the committee. I know these people. They watch a lot of games. They're checking out all of these analytics. I guess Kentucky's 1 win a weekend mattered in the SEC.
It's funny to me that you want to put Kentucky in because of the strength of the league, and you don't want to give Arkansas a host for some reason, even though they won 7 out of 10 series and they made the championship of the tournament and all that.
And they even but not all league schedules are the same. That's why you say, well, they're all the same in the standings, the wins, but 2 wins out of 3 against South Carolina and Missouri. They can look at that as a negative thing if you want to host.
Yeah.
Kentucky loses 2 out of 3 to those 2 programs, and those are the 2 worst programs in the league, and they still get in.
Yeah.
Because it's a whole body of work. It's not just about how you finished. It's not just about where you finished in your league. It isn't just even about beating Mississippi State 2 out of 3 when those are the last 2 teams that are being considered. It's about the entire body of work.
Well, I'm going to let you make your case both ways, I guess, on behalf of, and I guess really on behalf of the tournament committee, but also on behalf of Arkansas. So there's really 2 sides of the coin. And it's funny how a lot of times, this is like the Stephen Pearl thing about how he beat the drum about how we have all these good wins against great teams. True for Arkansas. But he didn't talk about the losses and the games that they maybe should have won against lesser competition, which is also a bugaboo for Arkansas this year, which Dave Van Horn freely admits. But look, the quad 1 wins were quoted. It's significantly higher than what Mississippi State has, but it's the other ones that apparently drag you down more than maybe the good wins help you.
They are an anchor, and when they lost 2 to Stetson, when they lost 1 to Arkansas State, when they lost 1 to UT Arlington, and maybe even the Missouri or the South Carolina loss, those are anchors. So everybody will talk about the quad 1 wins, and those do mean something. But the entire body of work also includes quads 3 and 4, and those games have to mean something too.
Sure.
The Razorbacks were, in quads 3 and 4, 23 and 5. Those 5 losses are the reason that they're not hosting.
Yeah.
Really, one of those losses is the reason that they're not hosting. One loss, I think, is the reason. Mississippi State was 27-0 in quads 3 and 4.
Yeah.
So the quad 1 wins mean something, but so does quad 3 and 4. And you have to admit that. You can't just act like those games didn't happen and they don't matter.
All right, so overall today we're going to talk about what's going on here. We already mentioned that. We're going to talk to a couple of I shouldn't say former. They are current Razorback tennis players. They're playing doubles in the tournament tonight, so actually you can come over and root for Razorback tennis players at the UAMS Health Little Rock Open. And so if you want to be a part of that, you can be over tonight. And again, admission's free for this event this weekend. And again, we were talking about it earlier with the tournament director. This is basically AAA tennis. So the next level up, you're playing over at Roland Garros this weekend on clay in the French Open. So these are some really, really, really good tennis players.
And the Razorback tennis players are playing against them too?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
No, it's awesome.
That's like Northeastern. They played against one of the Boston Red Sox split teams in spring training.
Okay.
Isn't that kind of neat?
Very cool.
They got throttled.
Yes, well, this is men's singles, men's doubles match play. Some of the highest-ranked tennis players in the world participating in this, so we are excited about talking about them. We'll get more details from Chip a little bit later. We've also got one of the docs coming on from UAMS. We've, in addition to all that, got Chris Curry coming up. Back-to-back years for Little Rock, and I'm so excited for Coach Curry.
That's so cool.
And it was such a tough road for them to get there. They had to battle through it. And he said from the beginning, this team is set up better for tournament play than last year's team was because of the depth of the pitching. Well, guess what? They needed every bit of it this year because they had to play 7 flipping games, and they won 5 in a row down the stretch to get there.
Look at this. That is an insane amount of games to have to play in order to keep your season alive.
He'll join us today at 11:45. It absolutely is, and I'm so happy for him. He's such a good dude. And Trey's going to join us at 12:45 today. We've got some sound from Greg Sankey, who is talking about football playoffs and other things. So we've got a busy day today. And then Tyler's got cookies to eat. So
Don't brag about those. I've brought a little food with me, but it's in the bag. I won't bring it out and ruin the equipment.
I'd like to think day-old cookies will still be great. What do you think there, Moose?
Yeah, not fresh, but still delicious. I promise.
Okay.
They can be revived easily so they can taste just as fresh as they were when they came out of the oven.
So
I'll just make sure there's some available, period, because they're going to get the jackals. You know how they get around here when there's free food.
Don't you dare. Yeah, you got to save at least a couple of them for us.
Yeah, done.
All right, so quickly, let's take a little Dave Van Horn sound for you, talking about the regional. Phil already made the case. This is a darn good regional. Is it truly regional? Yes, it actually is for once. It's not always the case. Sometimes Arkansas gets shipped elsewhere when they aren't the 1 seed. Didn't happen this year, which is great. But it is a tough regional at the same time against the Missouri State team they're familiar with, as we talked about Kansas, and then a Northeastern team, the little engine that can, as far as running goes. Anyway, here's Coach on the regional opponents this year.
Yeah, Missouri State, obviously we played them home and away, 2 really good games. Big physical team, experienced, have a lot of power, and they can beat you in a few different ways. So, it doesn't surprise me that we're playing them. We're in the same area. And then, Northeastern followed them a little bit because they seem to like to run. I know they've got over 200 stolen bases as a team, which is amazing. Other than that, don't know a whole lot about them. And then University of Kansas having a great year. They had a really good year last year. We never faced them in the regional. But they hit a lot of home runs. They won the regular Big 12 title. And I think maybe West Virginia won the tournament, but really good team, another older team. They have a lot of transfers, JUCO transfers, and some really key players back from last year's team. So, congratulations to them on, getting to host.
All right, the other piece of the puzzle is, Arkansas lost to Lloyd. You got a dinged-up Dietz who's apparently going to be okay.
I think he's going to be okay. I think he is okay.
But again, and then you go, deep into your pitching staff a little bit. You ask McIlvain to do something he's never done before because you felt like winning that game was important.
That's okay, though. He's big, he is strong, and I think he could go farther than he went.
But I guess the point is, and it's always been the talk, how much does this tournament mean? And you could tell in Dave's voice, like, maybe this doesn't mean anything. And he even alluded to it. And we need to start rethinking about the way we approach this tournament. Here he is on not hosting the regional and talked a little bit about the tournament itself.
It was interesting because everyone I had spoke with before the game and then after the game that associated with the tournament and the Southeastern Conference said we were in good shape. Yeah, so that kind of threw a little, maybe a little confidence in there. And then we were on the bus. We all showered and got on the bus and we're heading to the airport when I think they posted the 16 sites. We were a little taken back. We thought we're going to get one. We had heard after we won the first 2, we were in good shape, but we felt like we needed to win that third one to make sure. And we used McIlvain for like 4 innings. So it makes you wonder about the tournament a little bit. What's it all about? So maybe rethink it in the future on how we handle it and how we pitch it, how we play it. But I did enjoy the tournament and enjoy being around the guys all that time. And I felt like we got better. We were a little out of gas and some other things yesterday didn't go great, obviously, but excited about the regional, looking forward to getting these guys a little bit of rest next day or so and get our itinerary ready and head up to Lawrence.
Let's take a break, and we'll talk more about all that going forward here as we head through the day today. We are again over at the Rebsamen Tennis Center for the UAMS Health Little Rock Open, and we will be here until 1 o'clock today. Tennis goes on all the way through the week. Finals are Sunday at 1 o'clock, so you can watch tennis all week long. Let's hope the weather cooperates. Phil Elson, Justin Acri on site, Moose back in the studio, and we are headed to a break. And anyway, plenty to get to today. Looking forward to it. As we head in, I want to remind you that our friends at Gwatney Chevrolet are standing by and ready to serve. And speaking of serving, it's also Military Appreciation Month. Hope everybody observed Memorial Day yesterday in a proper fashion. At Gwatney Chevrolet, they're observing Military Appreciation Month with a discount. Proud to offer active duty military and veterans and their families a $1,000 rebate on select Chevrolet vehicles. And while you're there, check out the Gas Saver Sale. Trax and Trailblazer models are in stock now at big discounts, and a new Equinox, you can get in that at $28,336. So deals across the board. Stop by and see them in Jacksonville right now. And again, if you have the military connection, a $1,000 rebate this month only on select in-stock Chevrolet vehicles to those eligible. We appreciate those who do and have served our great nation, and our friends at Gwatney Chevrolet do as well. GwatneyChevrolet.com for details on the vehicles they've got available, both new and pre-owned. And if you're interested in checking more out, go to the website or pop out and see them in Jacksonville. We're back here at the Rebsamen Tennis Center after the break.
Out of Bounds Hotline on 103.7 The Buzz is presented by D3 Auto Sales, Arkansas's #1 independent used car dealership, specializing in level and lifted trucks. D3AutoSales.com.
This is Sports Center.
Losing the SEC championship game in run rule fashion on Sunday was bad enough for the Arkansas baseball team. As they were heading to the airport Sunday night, Coach Dave Van Horn said they found out they wouldn't host an NCAA regional. Instead, they'll be the #2 regional seed in Lawrence, Kansas, where they'll face the Missouri State Bears on Friday. Speaking with the media on Monday, Van Horn said the Razorbacks are good enough to host a regional.
We had heard after we won the first two, we were in good shape, but we felt like we needed to win that third one to make sure. And so it makes you wonder about the tournament a little bit. What's it all about?
Arkansas and Missouri State will square off at 5 o'clock Friday in Lawrence, Kansas. The game will stream live on ESPN+, and of course you can listen to the game here on The Buzz. I'm Todd Pierce for The Buzz Radio Network.
Attention skilled craftsmen, Bath Makeover of Arkansas is hiring only the best that the natural state has to offer. If you're ready for your next big opportunity to have steady work and better pay, Bath Makeover of Arkansas is ready to talk to you. Bath Makeover is looking for plumbers, electricians, bathroom installers, and project managers to help us keep up with high demand. Bath Makeover is growing our commercial division as well, with the ability to now install over 100 bathrooms a month. Bath Makeover can knock out multi-unit projects quickly, easily 10 bathrooms at a time in a single week at hotels, apartments, and government housing all across Arkansas. Bath Makeover of Arkansas is looking for only experienced and qualified skilled craftsmen to join our talented team. To learn more about the job opportunities at Bath Makeover of Arkansas, visit bathmakeoverar.com. That's bathmakeoverar.com. Plumbers, electricians, bathroom installers, and project managers, visit bathmakeoverar.com. That's bathmakeoverar.com.
Take it from Arkansas greats Joe Klein and Pat Bradley.
The big national sports apps are now in Arkansas, taking over Oaklawn and Bentley, which are no longer local,
making Bet Saracen the only real local app.
Still Arkansans' fan fave.
Plus, Bet Saracen is still the official sports betting app of many of the state's colleges and universities.
Bet Saracen, built by Arkansans for Arkansans.
Bet with Arkansans. Bet with Bet Saracen.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Tennis fans, get ready for world-class tennis at the UAMS Health Little Rock Open. Presented by the Worsham Law Firm, May 24th through May 31st at the Rebsamen Tennis Center in Little Rock. Exciting hardcourt action on the ATP Challenger Tour. Admission is free. The tournament benefits the bone marrow transplant program at the UAMS Winthrop B. Rockefeller Cancer Institute. For more information, visit littlerockopen.com. littlerockopen.com.
You bought an RV, and you got an automatic discount from Progressive by bundling it with your home or auto insurance. That's great, but a serious word of warning every RVer should heed. You don't need to talk about things like dry weight or dump stations. And you don't need one of those expensive water filter straws either. Because the most extreme thing most RVers encounter is a campsite without hookups. So just enjoy yourself. And Progressive's automatic discount when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700, plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy Posturepedic mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Welcome back to The Zone with your hosts, Justin Acri and Phil Elson on the Buzz Radio Network. Coverage of the SEC baseball tournament from Hoover, Alabama is brought to you by Bet Saracen, the only local sports betting app in Arkansas. Bet local, bet Arkansas, bet with Saracen.
All right, welcome back. You got us?
Yes, sir.
All right, sorry, we had to switch tie lines. All right, we're welcome back. All right, here we go. UAMS Health Little Rock Open. Justin Acri Phil Elson on site here. Happy to be with you, and we are going to hear a little more from Dave Van Horn. I'll also talk a little NBA at some point today. Got a lot to get to, so there you go.
Softball, too. How about that?
Yep.
It's a big week.
Yeah, I'd say. Unprecedented for them.
That would be the word.
This segment brought to you in part by our friends at LeVar Law, and we appreciate them as well. If you are hurt in a car, call LeVar. That's the age-old adage, and I don't know how old it is, at least 30 years old, but you definitely need to do it if you have an issue. So these are guys who live here in Arkansas, Alan and his team, and if you need someone who understands what you're going through as a fellow Arkansan, he's the guy you want on board. They deal with the insurance company so you don't have to, and if you come to them, great, but if you can't, they will come to you. Consultation's always free, it's always confidential, and you don't pay a dime unless they get you a victory, which is what they're about. They're about wins. If you're hurt in a car, you call LeVar, and you can give them a call at 1-800-WIN-WIN-1, 1-800-WIN, and the number 1, or check out their website, LeVarLaw.com. It is 10:33, and yeah, softball obviously very excited about their first ever trip to Oklahoma City. And again, another easy trip for all the marbles. And, I mean, this team seems to have the moxie and the talent and certainly the experience playing in the SEC to potentially make a little run here and maybe be in the mix at the end of this thing.
All they've done is beaten the tar out of every team they've played in the tournament so far.
Yeah, they slapped Duke around like they stole something or talked about their mamas.
They did the same thing to the teams in the regional. I mean, it's 5-run rule games, which I don't know if that's ever happened before. But that's crazy. I mean, it just tells you that the depth of the lineup that they have. I don't think Duke's pitching staff was anything really all that spectacular. So they're probably facing, the kind of pitching that they saw routinely on SEC weekends now.
Yeah. So Arkansas will play 8:30 Thursday night, taking on Nebraska, and
that's the same stadium they're having softball Olympics, right? The Olympics are doing the softball tournament at Oklahoma City because
they should.
It's the only softball stadium in the country that's large enough to have the kind of crowd that they want for the Olympics. So I think Oklahoma City is hosting two events in the Olympics. One of them is softball. The other is I want to say it's some kind of kayaking. I don't exactly remember what it is, but it's not two sports that go together.
Yeah, those two are not related, really. So, SEC, let me try that again. Well represented. Arkansas taking on the Nebraska for out of the Big Ten. And then you got UCLA and Alabama, Mississippi State and Texas Tech. And then two teams from the SEC, Tennessee and Texas, going head-to-head. They're on the opposite side of the bracket from Arkansas.
Is UCLA number 1?
No, not in softball, just in baseball. Yeah, I think there may be 5 or something.
That's wild. You think about so their women's basketball team was totally dominant, wins the national championship. They got baseball that's number 1 seeded in the tournament, and there's no more anchor on the number 1 seed to win. Now that Tennessee did it a couple years ago, and their softball team is in Oklahoma City. They just haven't gotten football right yet.
So Arkansas was the 2 seed in their regional. Nebraska was the 1, so they meet up. Alabama was the 1 seed. UCLA was the 2. Obviously, they meet up. Oklahoma was the 1 seed, so that was a huge deal that they didn't beat Mississippi State. Mississippi State was a 5, and so that was a huge upset. And then Texas Tech was a 7, so that's the upset regional. Is that right? No, Texas Tech was a 3. I apologize. I look at Texas State was 7. Tennessee was 2, and Texas was 1. So it was pretty chalky outside of the fact that you had the Mississippi State Texas Tech situation. So yeah, Oklahoma not getting there is pretty shocking.
Yes.
It's been, I don't know how many years.
I think 4 in a row, if not 5.
Oh, wins, yes, but I'm saying as far as not making it to the World Series. I think it's been several years.
It's like UConn women's basketball level domination.
Yes.
Maybe even more so.
Yeah, that would be, I guess, the equivalent. I mean, I don't know. We don't look at the Elite 8 in the World Series the same way, I guess.
We don't. It's all Final Four to
Final Four for basketball, Elite, or I guess the World Series is Elite, basically the Elite 8.
Does anybody care about Final Four for football? No one's ever going to throw that term in there. Please don't. It doesn't belong.
No, I don't think so.
We don't do alliteration in football. We just beat the snot out of you.
So 8:30 Thursday for that game. Arkansas plays at 5:30, weather permitting, in Lawrence. Again, let's hope that cooperates. There's a chance of rain all week everywhere. But they play at 5:30 against Missouri State. And then it's an earlier start, actually, on Friday for the Trojans. So if you were looking to go somewhere on Friday and start your weekend off with a whole lot of sports watching and a whole lot of sports barring, you got a 1 o'clock game with the Trojans, and then you've got Arkansas following right behind it.
Yeah,
it's a pretty good day.
And then there's what is ESPN squeeze play, where it's like it's their whip around coverage. It's kind of like red zone.
Yeah,
it's amazing. Now, I don't get to watch it, because we're doing our thing. But at night when I get back, they're flashing to every single regional game, and it is amazing television. That is so cool.
Got champs and chumps. No, excuse me. How about game balls and jock straps? Let's try that. And we've got our top 10 list too, as we sort of combine a couple of days. We did move Bubba. Usually he would come on today after missing yesterday, but he's going to join us later in the week. And then we've also got, I guess,
Matt Hobbs.
Matt Hobbs joining us tomorrow.
11:10.
Okay. So
Matt
Matt Hobbs,
confirmation from the coach himself.
And Carson Brumbaugh tomorrow. So it'll be a busy day tomorrow talking baseball. Yeah. I don't know if we got any hookup on trying to get Courtney Deifel on, but it'd be nice to have her on before they play on Thursday, night. But I don't know if that's going to be possible. Kind of a short week for everybody. She is doing a media event at 11 o'clock today, so we should have some sound from her on that one. But I'm sure they're very excited. It's unprecedented for Arkansas softball, and it's been a slow build, and they finally broke through, and they did it dominating.
And also, every time I go to Omaha with the Hogs, it's like Razorback fans take over the city. Last year was a little different because LSU kind of meets the same. I love when the big fan bases do that. But without Oklahoma being in Oklahoma City, do Razorback fans take over this whole event? Because you take ownership of it. They really do. When you go to Omaha, you take ownership of that event. This will be so cool to see what that's like.
It may be a perfect storm. You're right, with Oklahoma not making it and Arkansas making it for the first time. So, some texts here. Pull these up here from our friends at Middleton Heat and Air, and then we'll hit a break, and we'll come back and we'll talk to the tournament director here at the UAMS Health Little Rock Open. Chip Stearns will join us on the other side of the break. From our text line, Nebraska's pitcher won 2 natties at Oklahoma before. Well, you know what? She made a really good move going to Nebraska, I guess, because, Oklahoma's not in and Nebraska is. So that's cool. I was actually talking to the other show. Oh, this was Phil. Got you.
Yeah, he asked about making me perform a talent. I guess he said Justin. I thought he meant you. I think he meant Justin Moore. But if you want me to crack knuckles on the air, I will, I guess. I don't know if you want to make people sick in their cars.
Did I hear Phil say in the broadcast the other day that the batter hit the pitcher between the butt cheeks? It was awesome.
It was Steele Eaves. I felt terrible about it, too, because that was right after Dietz got hit, and then Steele kind of turns his back on a line drive, and it literally hit him between the cheeks.
Was there a guy that got hit? Did Steele hit a guy?
I don't remember.
Because I thought there was some talk. Maybe I'm hearkening back to the Georgia series. But I thought there was maybe a guy got hit and there was some some bad blood.
No, there was a guy that hit 2 home runs in that 9th inning, and I don't think he got hit on purpose because nobody was able to put the ball where they wanted to.
Is this their third baseman?
It was their first baseman, O'Shaughnessy. He isn't. Well, no, it was Hudson. I'm sorry. It was the guy that played first base in the championship.
I thought it was
game.
a kid that you said had also led the nation or led the league in hit by pitch.
Oh, that's Phelps.
Yeah. Trey Phelps?
Oh, that's right. So who hit him in that game? That would have been McGuire. That would have been Kircher. No, Jackson Kircher.
Yes.
Yeah, and I know Jackson's parents may be listening. He's from Little Rock, and they're aware too.
He's a fellow Warrior.
He throws so hard, he's just not really sure where it's going. That was his first competitive pitch in maybe a month, so I don't think there was intent behind that.
This is why I love Phil on the show. I tried explaining this to my cousin last night, and she just thought that the wins should count more than the losses, and I told her that the losses have to matter as much as the wins do. There you go. What is our question today exactly? How did you coin that, phrase it?
Let me see how I put this here. It was, should the NCAA have awarded Razorback Baseball a home regional this year? If so, who is the most undeserving host? And people are going to point to Mississippi State because Arkansas beat them 2 out of 3. And they finished ahead of them in the standings in the SEC.
But Mississippi State has a better RPI for whatever that's worth.
And
what are these other metrics? I'm not as familiar with
There's KPI, there's Diamond, there's DPI, and I really think the committee goes by RPI. You'd be like, well, I don't like RPI. Well, guess what? They have RPI, and they're going to use it because they have it for a reason, just like they use net. Just like the committee used RPI in softball and almost straight-laced it 1 through 8, the top 8 national seeds. But there are some outliers. Justin, USC, Southern California, number 9 RPI, not hosting.
Yeah.
But I think that also, so I don't think they went straight RPI. There was a little bit of context left. And truthfully, I just don't think they wanted to give the SEC half the regional sites.
It's probably part of it.
That's
really not fair.
No, it isn't fair.
Let's take a break. And when we come back, we will visit with one of the UAMS doctors, and we may have time to get the tournament director on here for one quick pop as well to kind of give us the layout of what we're looking for this weekend. And again, you've got free tennis, professional tennis here at the Rebsamen Tennis Center all weekend long. Finals aren't until Sunday. You got 2 Razorbacks competing tonight as doubles partners. So a lot of good things happening here. In addition to the fact that you got some of the best tennis players in the world competing. Quickly, as we head into the break here, I'm really happy that Chris Curry and his team made the tournament. I hate that they're in Hattiesburg. They're a scary team that will be facing my Eagles on Friday. This is Southern Miss Stu. Well, Southern Miss Stu, hang in there, buddy. I'm sure it'll be okay.
Hey, everybody, Sean Jones used to be the athletic director at Henderson State.
Yes.
He's one of the guys at Southern Miss now.
What's he doing there?
I don't remember the job, but he's an assistant athletic director. He's one of the big guys there.
Okay. He's good.
As he should be.
I love me some Sean.
Sean Jones is the best.
Chris Curry, by the way, is going to join us a little bit later. Let's hit a break, and we'll come back, and we'll visit with our friends here at the Rebsamen Tennis Center, UAMS Health Little Rock Open. Back again, and again, going all the way through Sunday. If you are coming over this way or you're going to one of the regionals, we strongly encourage you to buckle up. It is the law. It's also just a good practice to be in general. Do I have Moose back there? He may be no, he's there.
He's in there. I see somebody moving.
All right, you can start the break there, Moose, but just want to remind everybody that to buckle up. This is all part of the deal, right? I mean, lives get saved, injuries avoided, all the things. And all you got to do is take that 2 seconds to click it up. I'm sure the doctor would tell you the same thing. I don't know how many orthopedic injuries he deals with from people who got hurt in a car crash, but I'm sure occasionally that happens. Every time you get in the car, driver, passenger, doesn't matter, front seat, back seat, not most of the time, all the time. Arkansas is failing miserably when you look at the national average in the amount of seatbelt use. It saves nearly 15,000 lives a year, so you can be part of the solution and be part of the problem. I strongly encourage you to be part of the solution for your own good. So, buckle up. It is the law. Click it. Don't risk it. Seatbelts save lives. We're back in a moment.
Shipments of spring and summer fashions are arriving at Bell & Sword. That means swimwear from Saks, Peter Millar golf wear and shirts, Johnny O's store within a store. Be sure to check out the Faraday line and Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. So hurry in for a great value on quality men's clothing at Bell & Sword for your spring and summer items, and you'll look fantastic. Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in downtown Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
Hello, Buzz listeners. It's Chris Zender here, General Manager at Frank Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep, and I've got some exciting news. If you've been thinking about upgrading your ride, now is the time. Right now, get no payments for 90 days plus 0% financing on select new Rams and heavy duties and Wranglers, Gladiators, Durangos, Pacificas, and Grand Cherokee models, all with available 0%. Need a new truck? We've got up to $12,000 off plus 72 months at 2.9. If you're looking for a family vehicle, we got $7,000 off the all-new Voyager. Plus drive home in a new Compass with rates as low as 1.9% for 72 months. And listen to this. We're paying more for trades than ever before, even if you don't buy from us. We need the inventory, and we're going to pass that money on to you. Inventory's moving fast on the new, and these offers will not last long. Come see us today on Warden Road in Sherwood, or shop online at FletcherDeals.com and get pre-approved in minutes at FletcherCredit.com.
Spring is here, but if you're still feeling exhausted with no sex drive, it may be time to head down to Low T Center. Y'all, 1 in 4 men have low testosterone. Book a free T-test at Low T Center. Choose self-pay or insurance and have it shipped directly to your door. Head to LowTCenter.com. That's LowTCenter.com to book your appointment today.
Welcome to Moe's. Everyone knows that coming into Moe's for our Mo Monday special is the best deal in burritos. But what about those other 6 days? Well, let me introduce the new Mo Value Meal. Junior burrito, side of queso, chips, salsa, and a fountain drink for only $9.99. And the best part, it's available all day, every day at Moe's Southwest Grill. Now here's my daughter Andy Kate with a special reminder.
Remember, kids eat free on Sundays. Welcome to Moe's.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is John Neighbors. I want to remind all of you Buzz listeners out there to head over to our social media accounts at 1037 The Buzz on Facebook, Twitter, and on YouTube, as we are now streaming live with video. So not only do you get to hear from our beautiful voices, you also get to see all of our pretty faces for each and every show throughout the day. So be sure to head over to 1037 The Buzz on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter and watch us live each and every day right here on 1037 The Buzz.
Let's get back to more of the show in the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio with your hosts, Justin Acri and Phil Elson, on the Buzz Radio Network.
All right, welcome back in. We are at the UAMS Health Little Rock Open. And again, we are underway here today, and we are going to be joined right now by a couple of guests. And Chip Stearns, the director of the event, also the director of the Rebsamen Tennis Center, overseeing all of this. So when things go right, he gets praise. And that's it. We're not going to talk about the alternate, but Paul Inklin is also joining us. He's a doctor with UAMS, orthopedic surgeon, and also has a connection to Little Rock baseball, sounds like.
That's right. It's a good time to be a Trojan. I'd say that for sure. I will tell you, I didn't get much work done this weekend, unfortunately, watching all the games. They played a lot, but excited about the regional coming up.
Were you with them at the tournament?
I did not travel to that.
Okay.
So typically just home games, but once you get into postseason for travel, that changes a little bit once you get into regionals.
If he'd have been at the tournament, he would look a lot more tired than he looks right now.
Yeah, and a little soggier, too.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, it was a wild weekend, and we were talking earlier about how their road to the tournament was so impressive last year as the lowest seed. They had to do even more work this year to get there.
Yeah, more games, which is surprising as a higher seed. But, hey, they fought in there, dropped down into the loser's bracket early, but definitely fought back, and a lot of arms, threw a lot of pitches, and did a good job for us. So it was awesome.
I do want to talk tennis here, and I want to talk about UAMS, but I have to ask about Coach Curry and your experience on your side of things. We're big fans of his, have been for a long time, but what's it like working with him from your perspective?
I would say him, and I think you can extend this to Arisman and Ford, just class guys. All of them are absolute class, and I think Curry's the pinnacle of that. Great relationship with him, a lot of conversations over the last couple of years with him, but always does the right things for his kids, always wants what's best for his kids, both short-term and long-term, right? Because I think there's a lot of kids on that team that can go on to the next level, and when you're treating injuries, you want to do what keeps them available for the next couple of weeks, but you also want to make sure that if they go to a draft or free agent workout or whatever, like I've been a part of that at the pro level. If you say my shoulder hurt once, you get an MRI, right? Like if you say my elbow kind of hurt one time, you get an MRI. So you got to make sure you take care of them long term, and Curry's been absolute class with making sure his kids get great care, and we do the right thing for the kid, whatever it means for the team. So can't say enough good things about him.
All right, we were talking earlier, Chip, about the level of tennis we're getting a chance to watch here today. And I was out here several years ago, and it is a marvelous event, and people probably, a lot of them don't realize, especially casual tennis fans or those who don't pay attention, to what we're treated to here this week. And if you want to come over and watch free sports at this level, it's pretty remarkable.
Yeah, this level, as you and I talked about, is what we like to make the equivalent of AAA ball, right? So you've got guys right on the cusp of the very highest level. There's a great example from last year. We had a guy who was a really great college player, 18 years old, came here, lost first round to a seed, and he is currently 31st in the world. So when you come out here, you're seeing some great tennis. You're going to see some guys who are going to be top 20 in the world. You just don't know you're watching a future top 20 in the world.
Yeah.
So everybody's good. Everybody that's still in this tournament could win this tournament. So the level just keeps getting higher and higher, and these guys are. When they win the tournament, if they fortunate enough to win the tournament, we always tell them we hope to see you again, and we hope we never see you again.
There you go.
Because the goal for them is obviously to get to that top level.
How many folks are in the men's draw, and how many are in the doubles?
So there's 32 players in the main draw. We had 24 more in the qualifying. So we're now in the first round of the main draw, and then there's 16 teams in the doubles.
And the Razorback team we were talking about earlier, they had to play their way into the tournament?
So we have a pre-tournament the week before, which is a wild card tournament. So instead of us just randomly giving wild cards out to people, we decided to do a wild card tournament so the players could earn their way in. And so fortunately, the Razorback, two of our good Razorback players came and played some doubles together and were able to win that. So this will be the first time we've had Razorback players playing in the Challenger since 2019.
Oh, wow. It's been a while. Okay.
Yeah, very excited to have them play.
Absolutely. So who are some of the top players that are going to be competing this weekend?
So our number one seed this year is named Dane Sweeney. He's from Australia. He's been here several years. He stays with the family here. He's a local favorite. He's just a great guy, and we're happy that he's back because he made a great run in the Australian Open this year. And him being from Australia, he kind of became a fan favorite there, so that's great. We have Bernard Tomic, who used to be top 15 in the world, who is sort of trying to make his way back, kind of inching back up, and so I would be surprised if we see him back here anymore because he's kind of on his way back up. We have a former winner, which we don't see much, named Mitchell Kruger, who's had a couple nice runs in some majors before. He's about to play here next. He won 2 years ago, so we're really happy to have him back. So those are some of our top players.
Well, what about like American players that may have come through the college system, and just the idea of, well, I mean, what happened at Arkansas over the last 5 weeks is it got so much attention, not just here or across the country, but I think worldwide too, because it's the American college tennis system is also a feeder system for international tennis.
Right. So. If you look at the Final Four of the college tennis this past year, there were of those 24 players, only 3 were American. Mm-hmm. So that's a problem into itself. But in regards to the Razorback team, I mean the Arkansas tennis community really stepped up in regards to help save that program, and I think that Hunter may have actually miscalculated how much pushback he was going to get on that. I mean,
you're right.
It was a story on the Tennis Channel. I mean, it was it was on ESPN. You don't usually see tennis stories on ESPN unless it's a major. So because other teams, I mean, it's obviously NIL. It's such a big story right now, and so many more colleges are wanting to put that money into other things. And so I mean, tennis and all these non-revenue sports are seeing the brunt of that. So we're really happy that Arkansas tennis is still around and can be a feeder program to for these pro tournaments that we hold nationwide and worldwide.
Sure. Talking to Chip Stearns, if you're just tuning in, he's the director of not only the Rebsamen Tennis Center but the UAMS Health Little Rock Open, and then Dr. Paul Inklin, who's with UAMS. So Got to ask about tennis injuries and things you see in a common. We'll hear about tennis elbow. I assume that's not the only injury you all deal with.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting if you look at the athletes you're treating, they vary a lot by the level of competition, right? So if you look at your weekend warrior or a patient that plays in a USTA league or something like that nature, tend to be a little bit older typically, tend to have a little bit more things like a meniscal tear, epicondylitis, which is tennis elbow, things like that, which are related to not infrequently either a sudden increase in activity, right? You didn't play and now you do, and your muscles aren't used to that and your knees aren't used to that. Or tennis elbow typically happens with inappropriate form or wrong size grip and things like that. Similar, it's players that haven't played a ton or just picked up this sport start having some irritation. The good news for both those is very rarely need surgery, right? Very rarely need any kind of intervention other than some therapy and some anti-inflammatories. For the pro guys, or I take care of the Razorbacks and their tennis team as well. Like a lot of that is overuse and chronic injuries. So, I mean, I don't know if you guys serve tennis balls much, but it hurts your shoulder if you're not doing it right? And these guys are doing it with so much more velocity and so much more frequently that you have to worry a little bit more about rotator cuff, biceps, things like that in the shoulder, because they're putting their body through unbelievable demands. I always tell my college pitchers and things, your body just wasn't made to throw a fastball 95 miles an hour 200 times in a weekend, right? It's just not. So different, and also different treatment, right? So if you're doing this for a living, we got to be really aggressive about getting you back, whether that's stronger anti-inflammatories, PRP, things like that.
Yeah.
Versus, hey, take a couple weeks off. For some of these guys, you say take a couple weeks off. That's their livelihood, and you have to consider that. So,
can I compare the baseball and tennis thing here for a quick minute? Because there's we've had this rash of elbow injuries in the last 20, 25 years for baseball, and velocity has ticked up. Is it the same in tennis with serve velocity? Has that ticked up, and does that also lead to more elbow injuries?
Yeah, and it's also just the caliber of athletes, right? Like I kicked and punted in college, and I'm 5'11" and not particularly athletic, and now NFL kickers, if you look at them, are 6'6", 6'5", have a 40-inch vertical. They're just explosive athletes, and I think that's as part of it as anything else. And then for baseball and tennis, the strength and conditioning's gotten a lot better, right? They work out. You see that with golf. If you look at Bruce Koepka and players like that, they're working out so hard, their bones aren't changing sizes, right? Their ligaments aren't changing sizes. And so one of the biggest risk factors for tearing your UCL or your Tommy John ligament is being a shorter athlete that throws really hard, because your skeleton just isn't made for that. So you're exactly right.
Yeah, I don't know how tall Jacob Mizorowski is for the Brewers, but he set a new mark yesterday with 57 pitches of 100 miles an hour or more in a single game. As a person that deals with athletes, what does that make you think about?
No, I think, for the SEC baseball players, for some of the Little Rock baseball players, UCL tears in elite pitchers is more of a matter of when, not if.
Yeah.
And you see like 60 to 70% of pro guys have UCLs, and they're pretty aggressive about getting it fixed, because they're like, hey, doc, I knew this was going to happen. I just need to get mine out of the way and move on. And that's a great surgery. People come back to play from that, right?
Yeah.
So, absolutely.
Doc, we got to run. I appreciate you coming over. And thanks for UMS and their part in all of this. Chip, real quick, times, and we already mentioned it's free to come watch, but what kind of times are we expecting through the week?
So we'll start at 11, and starting tomorrow, we'll start at 11 o'clock every day, all the way up until the final, which is on Sunday, which starts at 1 o'clock. But we'll have night matches from tonight all the way through Friday night. And Friday night's a special night. It's a double semifinals, more of a kind of a party atmosphere kind of thing. And then the whole weekend, obviously, and we have food trucks out here and a lot of great tennis to watch. So I'm really excited about having a lot of people out, especially tonight for the Hogs.
No doubt. Absolutely. All right. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for having us.
Thanks.
All right.
Thank you.
We're going to break top of the hour. We'll get the Red Wire Report coming up after the break. A little more from Dave Van Horn and Courtney Deifel, and a whole lot more.
This is Justin Acri. If shoulder or elbow pain is affecting your daily life, the fellowship-trained physicians at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health are here to help. They offer advanced care for injuries, arthritis, rotator cuff problems, and more, helping you feel better, move better, and get back to everyday life. Call 501-686-TOSH today to schedule your appointment. That's 501-686-8674. The doctor will see you now.
Take it from Arkansas greats Joe Klein and Pat Bradley.
The big national sports abs are now in Arkansas, taking over Oaklawn and Bentley, which are no longer local.
making Bet Saracen the only real local app.
Still Arkansas's fan fave.
Plus, Bet Saracen is still the official sports betting app of many of the state's colleges and universities.
Bet Saracen, built by Arkansans for Arkansans.
Bet with Arkansans. Bet with Bet Saracen.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Political strategist and host of the Sunday Buzz, Bill Vickery, gets in the mix with the guys on Morning Mayhem, courtesy of Arkansas's best Chevy dealers, Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
ESPN and The Buzz gives you the complete sports and entertainment package.
I love that game.
103.7 The Buzz, KABZ Little Rock.
If you don't already have the Bet Saracen Sports Wager app, download it today from the app stores or go to BetSaracen.com. Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports betting app.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
It's a 60% chance of rain today from showers and thunderstorms. Nothing is expected to be severe. We'll have a high of 80 tonight. Still a 30% chance of rainfall, mostly cloudy overnight, and low of 66. And another 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow with a high of 82. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
New Benihana promotion. Monday and Tuesday, lunch and dinner. 10% off of everything on the menu. Come to Benihana's.
Johnston's Home Center in Benton is your one-stop shop for appliances, bedding, lawn care, and sewing. That's right. Johnston's, your hometown shop for sewing and embroidery machines, supplies, fabrics, and more. For your outdoor needs, check out their steel chainsaws, leaf blowers, riding mowers, and a wide selection of lawn and garden equipment for the green thumb in your family. Johnston's Home Center, 1421 Military Road in Benton, or on the web at johnstonsHomecenter.com. If they don't have it, you probably don't need it.
Hey, this is Mitch at Red River Auto Group, and I'm working today. And today, as always, we're fighting where other dealers are advertising online prices that they actually don't give. You walk in the store, they're at $1,900, $2,900, or they're saying you don't qualify for this rebate or that rebate. And of course, we have to explain that to the customers. It had me thinking, they're probably explaining to their customers that we do the same thing. Well, we do not. Whatever you see online at RedRiverAutoGroup.com will be the price you get. Check us out, RedRiverAutoGroup.com.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 501-600-2763. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 501-600-2763. That's 501-600-2763.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Pros, save more on the materials you need to get the job done, inside and out, at Lowe's. Right now, get 10% off in-stock Trex Naturals decking, now available in more styles. Plus, get 15% off select custom entry, interior, and storm doors. Then, we'll deliver it all straight to your job site to help keep your jobs moving. Get the brands pros trust, priced right, and ready when you need them. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 5/27. While supplies last, selection varies by location.
To celebrate their partnership with the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, your Arkansas Chevy dealers are giving away a 2027 Chevy Silverado 1500. For complete rules and to register to win, current Arkansas Game and Fish license holders should visit ChevySweepstakes.com/Arkansas Truck Hunt or see your Arkansas's best Chevy dealer for more details. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents 18 years or older who reside in Arkansas. Contest ends 12/31/26. Void where prohibited.
Hey, it's Randy Rainwater from Drive Time Sports. It's Friday, and today's show will be just 1 hour leading up to Arkansas baseball. Rick Schaefer and I will be joined by Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen and Kevin Hoop Scoop McPherson from Hogville.net. That'll take us right into the pregame show live from Lexington as the Hogs get set to take on Kentucky. See you 4 o'clock on 103.7 The Buzz.
You're in the zone. Arkansas's longest-running midday sports talk show. Coming to you live from the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort.
20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
With your hosts, Justin Acri and Phil Elson on the Buzz Radio Network.
Feels so unlike everybody else, alone in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Todd's picking it up. Let's go to Hennessy anyway. He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still leaving him starstruck. Humble through opportunities given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, got a picture connects, never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote. His will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds. The skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% gear, be 100% clear. Cause Ryu was ill. Who would have thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Ryu had the stupidest verse. Let's do this.
It's all of ours to share. When we got here, we knew that if we gave them a product they were proud of, they'd show up for us. Razorback fans are the best, and they've continued to prove that. I mean, they beat me to the field this morning. They beat me to the field for early video this morning. And so when you watch these players and you see these players pour their heart into everything they do on that field, they're proud of them. They're theirs, and it's really amazing to be a part of.
The Red White Report is brought to you by Ortho Now, your walk-in solution for orthopedic care at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health.
All right, we are back at the UAMS Health Little Rock Open. Talking tennis here today. We were just doing a little bit ago with the tournament director, but that was Courtney Deifel you just heard coming out of the break, and it is history in the making for Arkansas. They will make their first World Series appearance in the Women's College World Series coming up on Thursday night at 8:30, and I'm sure there's some folks who will be gathering around town to take part in that if they're not making the trip over to Oklahoma City. Arkansas taking on Nebraska, and we wish them the best of luck. We'll hear more from Coach Deifel and some of her players, I'm sure, through the week. She's actually meeting with the media right now, and so when I say I'm sure, I mean I'm absolutely 100% positive of it.
The more I was talking with, I think it was Chip, about this first game with the Arkansas-Nebraska crowd and the ownership that these two fan bases take over everything they get involved in, oh my gosh, that's going to be like appointment viewing. Just the game in and of itself ought to be really great, but then everything in the stands and that's probably going to stand out amongst all the other games.
Yeah, I'm very excited for the softball team. And again, she's had some close misses there, and it's been tough. And so I applaud her for sticking to it and hanging in there. And, again, they finally broke through. For Arkansas, again, back to the NCAAs, no big news there. But the fact that Arkansas is not going to be hosting may not be shocking, but it's a little bit disappointing, I suppose, is probably the way to say it. Arkansas, one of 12 SEC teams, the most of any league in the country, going to the postseason. Atlantic Coast, that's ACC to you and me, with 9. Big 12, 6. Sun Belt with 5, and the Big 10 with 4. Every other conference has 3 or less. And anyway, for Arkansas, the matchup is with a familiar foe, with Missouri State. Here's Dave Van Horn on the explanation for not hosting. And again, I think Dave has done a good job for the last 36 hours or so of choosing his words wisely and carefully. Again, there's really no reason to stomp on the committee for their process, although obviously he's a little frustrated with it and the way things played out.
Somebody on the national media that's big into baseball used one word, and I'm not going to use it, But I'll just use the word, it was easy. That's a nicer word. It's easy. Just go by the RPI and let's move on to the next day, I guess. It's frustrating, but at the same time, a month ago, we were fighting to get in a regional. So, I guess someone had said that we were too far back when we started the tournament. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I mean, the only thing that wasn't great was our RPI, and it's 2021, and a team that got in ahead of us that ended up being pretty far up there. I think RPI was 12 or 13, and that's where they ended up being seeded. And we had better everything than except their RPI. I beat them head to head, doubled them up in quad one wins. I mean, there were a lot of things, and you just kind of like, wow, what do we have all this for? Why do they even keep track of it?
Why do they? That's the question. What's it all about? What's it worth?
It's a tool. It's a tool that these committees are supposed to use, and that's what they've done. I wonder what the word is that Dave was going to use.
The word is lazy.
That's what I thought.
There's no way, there's no doubt in my mind that's the word he used, because that's what fits. I'm good at context, and that's the word.
It's okay to look at it in terms of maybe being lazy, but it's also using the tool that you have in front of you and just using that specific tool, which is okay, honestly. I mean, if you want to look at it as lazy, I think that they use RPI for a reason. It's there. So what are you supposed to do, discount it?
So Coach Van Horn met with the media for a while, fielded everything, and again, I thought he treaded lightly for the most part. You can make your complaints without being offensive or too abusive, I think, and he did a good job of that. Yeah, or whiny. And he was asked specifically about the RPI, and you could tell, like, he wasn't going to go there, but you kind of got the feeling about how he feels.
Or they're going to maybe make adjustments in the RPI. I don't know. I really don't. Yeah, I don't want to say too much.
Will you play that again, Moose?
Or they're going to maybe make some adjustments in the RPI. I don't know.
Is it low at the beginning?
I really don't. But yeah, I don't want to say too much.
Yeah, just a little lower. He just said, but that's all he says is,
yeah.
Or they're making adjustments.
I wonder what kind of adjustments you could maybe make. Do you want to weight weekend games more than midweek games? You could do that.
You should.
I think that matters. But then there's the other aspect of it. When it comes to regionals, you sometimes have to play a fourth and fifth game. So the depth that you display off your mound on Tuesdays and Wednesdays actually does matter.
I guess
in regionals,
they're going to need to find a way to either make the tournament matter, though, or people are going to mail it in.
Texas mailed it in.
Yeah.
They did not look interested.
No, I think if you're a top 8, it's easy to. But, I mean, again, and they didn't throw their best guy when they could have. You're right. So
they threw two starting pitchers 2 innings in relief against Arkansas, and their batters didn't really look very interested in putting together good at-bats. I think Arkansas pitching had a lot to do with that, truthfully.
Yeah. Arkansas seems to be finding its footing at the right time. I think they're going to be a tough out.
I think they are too, and I think part of it is a little chip on the shoulder of not playing well at home, hearing over and over and over about it, and they can take this on the road. I've been around the Razorback baseball program just in 12 years. I've seen them play 2 road regionals. They've won them both. There is something about Dave Van Horn teams when they go on the road. They can take an attitude with them, and he's said before, we're going to go on the road. We're going to celebrate on somebody else's field. This team plays with a little bit of that attitude. They'll fight you. They'll scrap you. I think this can be a good thing.
I want to congratulate Arkansas women's golf, too. They advanced to match play, finished 3rd in stroke play at the NCAA tournament. Men will be going on this weekend. And so we'll see what happens with the match play. And let's see here. Arkansas is this from today? It can't be because they would have started at like 9. Anyway, it's showing Arkansas 4.5 to a half point over Oklahoma State. So it looks like total domination at the beginning of the match play. Hard to believe that they already played, though. I mean, they would have had to have started. I mean, you think about it, it's only 9:13 on the West Coast.
Okay, so I didn't remember where it was.
Yeah, it's in California, so I would have been – that's surprising that they've already got
Golf's an early morning sport, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, but, I mean, it still takes 3 to 4 hours at least to play, unless you beat them 8-7 or something. Anyway, interesting. So, anyway, Arkansas looking not like they're off to a good start here. Southern California, I'm trying to think who won maybe Stanford. Stanford had the best, I think, stroke play score. Yeah, they led the stroke play with 22 under. Southern Cal was 9 under,
Goodness.
and then Arkansas won over with Texas. They tied there for the third spot.
How do you come back? How does any second-place team come back from 13 strokes down?
Because it's match play now, the strokes don't matter anymore. Now it's just into true match play, so now you just survive and advance against your opponents in the match play.
I don't know how you keep score in college golf.
Same way you do in every other golf.
I don't know how you keep score in golf. Actually, a little bit.
That's a little.
I know
that's
you
a
keep
little
score
more.
in tennis. I can help you out with that.
Yeah. I remember when I figured out how to keep score in bowling. Then I realized I'm not good, but I can keep score.
Oh, I can do that well. That's good math.
Yeah. It's good for kids, probably.
Yes. So is figuring out batting averages and ERAs and slugging percentages and all that.
I loved stats when I was a kid. I used to love keeping stats.
They told me that wasn't going to help me later on in life, and they were wrong.
Well, you're in the minority. Let's be honest. All right, that's all for the Red White Report today. We've got some guests coming up here today. We got a little bit disjointed out of the gate. We got a lot going on here. We've had some squirreliness. Game balls and jock straps coming up at the bottom of the hour. 11:45. Chris Curry, Little Rock Trojans head coach, talking about their back-to-back appearances in the NCAA tournament. Trey's going to join us from SEC meetings, and when we get that commissioner sound in from SEC meetings, let me know, Moose. We are on the road today here. Again, if you're just tuning in at the UAMS Health Little Rock Open, and I guess I should be talking more quietly. We've got tournament play happening right in front of us. It's so cool, like being at a tournament. You got a chair umpire. It's all real official.
You have to be quiet at a tennis tournament?
You're supposed to be while they're playing, yeah.
But what if you're 100 yards back from the match?
I don't know how far back we're supposed to be, but nobody's given us the dirty eye, the stink eye, the awkward eye, so I think we're okay.
If you and I were sitting at Roland Garros, this would be within the stadium of Roland Garros right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Watching this match right in front of us, we'd probably have to be very quiet then.
Well, yeah, we have to be in a bunker like McEnroe and those guys are. So.
Oh, yeah. I don't even know how you can see the whole stadium from there.
You're just kind of looking out.
You just got just a little
and you got TV monitors so you can see the lines well, I suppose.
You might as well give them helmets, though.
Yeah. Looking forward to game balls and jock straps here in just a few minutes. We may take a break a couple minutes early to do that. Let me hit our text line here. Scott the Tortilla Guy. I'm fine with going on the road as a number 2. I'm not fine with Missouri State as a 3. I think that's a fair point.
Well, what are you going to say? So here's the thing. They don't really treat the 1 and 2 seeds as regional anymore because they seeded at 1 through 32. The 3 and 4 seeds are much more regional now. So Missouri State, that is well within their region.
Well, it's regional for Arkansas.
And it is for Arkansas, too, but I don't think they did it. They did that for that reason.
Okay. What was the closest regional site?
For Arkansas?
Yeah.
I think this is, truthfully, but I don't think that's why they're being sent there.
Why do you think they're being sent there? Because they're the best 2 seed and they're playing the worst 1 seed?
Close to that. Close to that reasoning. Yes. Yeah. That's why they wouldn't have been set up against any of the top 8 seeds. You wouldn't have been set up against UCLA. You wouldn't have been set up against Georgia Tech.
Is there SEC?
You can't. Well, I don't remember.
I need to pull the regional.
There usually is. There's so many teams that get in this from the. I mean, you could have Arkansas and Oklahoma, Justin, in a super regional. You could have. Oh, let's see here. You could have. Well, let's see. You could have Mississippi State and Georgia. There's one. You could have Auburn and Ole Miss. You could have A&M and Tennessee. And you could have Kentucky and. No, you couldn't have Kentucky and anybody else. So those are the ones.
How about Miami and Florida? That's a fun one.
How about Oregon and Oregon State?
Also a fun one. Oh, I want to congratulate Tarleton State, too. I could have given them a game ball, I guess, during that segment. But they're in the tournament for their first time ever. And I know Tarleton State's got some big dreams about what they're going to do with their football program, but their baseball program's obviously doing a nice job.
Are they joining that United League?
They're in the United Athletic League, yes.
And that's the one that Little Rock and UCA are joining, too, right?
UCA's been in it with football only, and now it's expanded to basketball, yes. But that's in the Austin Regional. Texas, Holy Cross, Santa Barbara, the Gauchos, taking on the Cowboys?
Who is it?
Tarleton State. Are they Texans or Cowboys?
They're the Texans.
Texans, yes. I always get that confused. Little Rock, of course, we haven't talked about them in the last couple of minutes, but they're playing Southern Miss as the 4 seed. That game's at 1 o'clock on Friday. And, again, they'll flow right into the Arkansas start time of 5:30. Yeah, maybe a little gap in there, but if you want to get together with your buddies and watch baseball all afternoon, you're going to have those going on back-to-back. So I'm hoping we get parked somewhere Friday and are watching baseball all afternoon, maybe with the show and then beyond. We'll see. Nebraska, South Dakota State, Ole Miss, Arizona State, and that one. That's a good regional. I don't know about South Dakota State, but Arizona State's been a good program, like I said, for a long time.
See, Ole Miss is one of those programs that had a better RPI than Arkansas, but I don't really think they were even considered to be a host, and I think going 0-4 against Mississippi State is the reason why.
This person says, yes, U of A women are winning, but that's through 8 holes. Okay, so that's the current leaderboard. That is not a final. So they're up halfway through, which makes sense. They probably started around 8 or 9 this morning. 4.5 to half is not a final. That's where they stand. Thank you. Dennis says it's through 10. You guys are watching this for us. I appreciate it. Redbone says, did I hear Phil say? Oh, you already did that. Okay. I guess that's it. All right. I was going to tell you guys about the weekend. I don't know if you guys did anything fun or interesting this weekend, but
I watched a lot of baseball right in front of me. I sat around a lot. I did get to watch the Sandlot during the rain delay on the video board on Sunday. That was kind of fun.
You know, I've never seen that all the way through. I know, that's terrible.
Is there a reason?
No, I just haven't done it. I didn't have kids at that age, I guess, and maybe I was a little too old when it came out, or maybe I wasn't.
It's just an hour and 40 minutes.
My brother loves it. It's one of my brother's favorite movies. But
it's a great movie.
He's 20 years younger than me, so it's
part of everybody talks about the Kevin Costner trio of movies. That's part of the James Earl Jones trio of baseball movies. There's Field of Dreams, there's The Sandlot, and then there's Bingo Long. And the Traveling All-Stars, which Richard Pryor is in, too. That's a 70s baseball movie, which actually I have not seen, and I probably need to.
All right, what's Richard Pryor's third baseball movie, then? Because
Brewster's Millions.
That's the second one. What's the third one? Does he have a third one? Surely he had a baseball connection. I happened on a GIF of Brewster's Millions the other day, and it's when he's in his suite playing catch with John Candy. I was like, it's hilarious. It's such a good movie.
I just love baseball movies where you get the kid who doesn't know who Babe Ruth was that can't throw a ball, and he becomes the voice of the Dodgers. And John Candy is a catcher in Brewster's Millions.
Yeah.
That's just
he looks like a catcher.
Of course he does. He looks like a catcher that you would think would be a catcher because you think that all catchers are fat and unathletic, and they're not.
No. In fact, we saw two of the best when Georgia and Arkansas played in the SEC final the other day.
Yes, they did.
I mean, Helfrich and Jackson both run extremely well. Jackson particularly.
All those dudes are center fielders and shortstops that are playing catcher, that learned how to play that position. That's what those guys are.
Right, it is 11:21. I was going to tell you, Moose, did you do anything fun this weekend?
Nothing crazy. Hung out at the pool.
Made
we
cookies.
Had a little sun. Yeah, got some cookies in me. Got some TV in me.
I don't know where your meters are, but your level sounds super low on my end. Everything coming out of the station sounds low today.
I'm up as high as I can go, and I've cranked the other ones up a little higher than what you even had.
That's weird.
I blame the cookies.
Just watch your meters bouncing, and if the meters look good, then you're good. I was going to tell you guys, so I played in the Maumelle 4-ball this week, and you remember I was out there on Friday doing the show. So I will, first of all, commend the superintendent. I played Maumelle for 25 years, and it's never looked better than it looks right now. They've done an amazing job. Greens are in great shape. It's fantastic.
Use the word lush?
Lush, yeah, that's fair. Good. Very green, very nice. The water's very wet, unfortunately, and I put a few balls in there, but that's beside the point. Anywho, tournament was awesome. They run a great show, and Friday night was fun. They had a big party with the band, and the band was fantastic. I got mesmerized by the trumpet player. Did you play an instrument growing up?
Other than my nose, no.
Okay.
I can sing.
I was a trumpet player, so I had I have a great fascination with great trumpet players. This guy was bad at the bone. Anyway, so it was fun. However, the tournament didn't go so great. We won our first day pretty handily, actually, and then our second day match we lost on the last hole, and we made a bogey and they made a par and we lost, and it was very disappointing. And we played against two older dudes, one significantly older than the other one, and he was a bit of a trash talker, and it started at the beginning of the day.
Is it friendly trash talking?
Well, I think he does it for his own amusement, but it was one of those things where, like, if you're playing him, by about the seventh hole, you're like, okay, now I've been through this before. I played in a lot of these tournaments, so it doesn't bother me, but my partner was like, all right, I think I've had enough. I'm like, hang in there. I'm like, it's going to be okay. But, like, he's the guy that, like, if you hit one poorly and it only goes, like, 20 yards, he's like, I got it. And it's like, okay, dude. And the other day I hit one in the water on a par 3, and my partner is standing over his shot to hit after me. And he's in the middle of his swing, and the guy screams out, no pressure. And I turned around, and I was like, hey, we ain't doing that blank.
Even I know you're not supposed to do that.
I was like, dude, you need to knock it off. Cool it. And he was very apologetic, but he was feeling himself. And it was just one of those things, man. But I've been in tournaments with guys before like that, and it's just like, dude, I'm here to have a good time. I'm not taking it that seriously, but also be respectful of a guy that's struggling with his game. It's also day 2, and I'm guaranteeing you we went a little harder on Friday night than you did, so give the guy a break. You know what I mean? And I don't mind a little trash talk or whatever, and it doesn't bother me, but I'm also like, you can't talk during a dude's swing. You just can't. Anyway.
I haven't been involved in enough adult male competition to be involved in too much trash talking. But like pick up basketball, that kind of thing. I don't play tennis. I don't play golf. I basically watch college athletes play against each other and talk trash against each other.
Here's my thing. If you and I went and played golf and you pretend you play golf, right? And you hit a bad shot, I might give you a hard time about it, but we're boys.
Yeah.
I just met this dude. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know this dude.
You don't have the license to do that yet.
No, you got to watch yourself. Like, it's like, dude, I will tell you where to go and how to get there. I mean, and I don't care. So I was cool about it, but that was a line that was crossed. And then I played in another tournament years ago with my buddy Jeff Hankins, and we played these 2 old douchebags, mostly one guy. And this guy was like, it was the first hole. And Jeff leaves a putt short. He's like, oh, nice putt. Does your sister play?
Oh, God.
And I was like, oh, man, I will kill you. I don't even know you. Like, don't talk to my boy like that. We don't know each other like that. You got to cool it, dude. So, by the end of the round, it was just like, I cannot get out of here fast enough. Sucks.
I'm kind of blown away by the talking in the backswing thing. That
was
one's
pretty outrageous.
Nuts. Yeah.
You know how there's the phrase that you can choose your friends, but you can't choose your parents. You also can't choose who you're paired with on a golf course sometimes.
Well, and it was a tight match too, so it was potentially impactful. Luckily, I got up and down out of the water and we won the hole, so it didn't matter.
Uh-huh.
But it's just that kind of thing. I just think there's a huge difference between I will talk trash to my boys. I'm not trash talking a dude I don't know. And I might talk back to him a little bit if he starts it, but I'm not trying to start it.
Yeah, let's establish a respectful, competitive relationship first, and then.
And it was a hell of a match. It came down to the last hole. Same thing the next day, and those guys were great. The guys who played the next day were real cool. But it's like, again, in a 4-ball, and we're in the last flight. Like, we all stink. None of us are any good. So it's like, let's just relax here, okay? I mean, we all know who we are. I mean, I'm not saying anything to you. When you hit a terrible shot, which there were many, I didn't say a word to you because I don't care. I'm playing my own thing over here.
I do not need to be anywhere near the golf course on days where there could be anybody that might talk some trash, because that's the only thing you could talk to me about golf.
Yeah. Peyton says there's no room for immaturity on the course with strangers.
That's right. If you know the people you're playing with, then it should be expected.
I want all immaturity. I love immaturity on the golf course.
It is the movie Caddyshack that is one of the most amateurish movies of all time.
Yeah, it was. And again, here's my thing too. After the incident, and we're already 5-6 holes in when that happened, when he talked in the middle of his backswing, and my buddy was actually pretty cool about it because he was already on edge about the whole thing, and he was struggling with the swing a little bit. And he hasn't been playing a long time, so he's still trying to figure it out. And so he was really good about it. Actually, I was very proud of him that he didn't explode. I would have been. If it was my swing, I would have been probably a little more upset. I was mad for him, though, probably more mad than it would have been for me. Anyway, but then it continued on. It's still like boy, you're going to have to hit that one harder next time, or, oh, I got your shot, and you only hit it like 20 yards, that kind of stuff. It's like, dude, I thought you figured it out on the like you already overstepped your bounds. Now you can just not say anything else the rest of the day. Like, just play your ball. Mm-hmm. Leave us alone.
Please leave us alone.
Yeah.
I did go see Mandalorian and Grogu with my son yesterday.
And?
We enjoyed it.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. He really enjoyed it.
All right, so I don't know if you guys have been watching this, and Moose, I don't know if you saw this or not. This thing is getting remarkably terrible critic scores, but it is getting one of the best audience scores on Rotten Tomatoes of any of the Star Wars films.
I think I can understand why it's getting bad reviews from critics. The story is just kind of loose, and the fact that it's Jabba the Hutt's son that speaks perfect English all of a sudden, and what happened to the subtitles and the other language that he's like, I get some of it.
Okay,
but it was still entertaining. Like I show up, I think I show up at one of these movies, just letting go. Also, look, I didn't like the last 3 that came out from the trilogies, but I thought this was entertaining.
That's all I care about.
Yeah,
it is.
It's a summer movie.
Let me get Rick in here, and then we're going to take a break. It's 11:28. We have got Chris Curry coming up a little bit later. Game balls and jock straps after the break. We're going to try to get our top 10 Tuesday list in. It's about dogs. I spent a lot of time around dogs, I feel like, lately. I was at a bar yesterday. They had dogs in there. I was at my buddy's house. He's got like 4 dogs. I'm just surrounded by dogs, I feel like.
Come to my house. I got 2 cats.
People are dog crazy, though. It is wild to me.
Well, people take their dog everywhere they go. It's not just a member of the family. It's literally treated like a human.
When I have a dog, I love my dog, but I don't need a dog to go travel around with me. Not necessary. Anyway, we'll do that, and we'll talk to our tournament director again one more time after the break. Let me get Rick in here quick. What's up, Rick?
Hey, guys. Well, after we won that third game, and I said, we're sure in. But what I'm more pissed off, I know Coach is, but I ain't heard nothing out of our AD, Yurchek. I used to be an AD, and I'd fight for my, I'd come out there. Have y'all heard anything this morning from Yurchek?
You mean on like the baseball selections or on anything else?
Yeah, the baseball
selections specifically. I think he's talking.
No, I haven't. I mean, you want Hunter Yurachek to make an angry statement, discrediting the NCAA and the selection committee? Is that what you want to hear?
No, I want to stick up for Coach Van Horn and them players and say, well, I think we deserved it. After the third win, I'm not saying no. If it was one win and out, I understand. Then we got the 2 wins, but then we got to the third win. I said, "Holy cow! This team's coming around. They deserve it." After winning 7 out of 10 series, but I didn't hear nothing from our AD. That's where I'm coming from.
All right, Rick, I appreciate the call. There are plenty of things to give Hunter Yurachek a hard time about. I don't think that's one of them, and I think Dave Van Horn spoke for him and himself and his team and the program, and he made his case, and there's really no point in the AD piling on. The case was made. And again, there's plenty of evidence to the contrary that Arkansas shouldn't have been in there, and neither of us were shocked that they didn't get the home regional.
Thing that anybody needs to do from Arkansas is whine about anything or complain about anything. It's not a matter of standing up for your guys. These guys can stand up for themselves, and so can Dave Van Horn. They don't need Hunter Yurachek to do that, and they'll stand up for themselves with their play this weekend.
FanDuel in partnership with Oaklawn Sports, now available here in the state of Arkansas. As you know, this is your reminder to check in daily with FanDuel. We got basketball back on tonight. It's actually really it's a big game. OKC and San Antonio, Game 5. After the Spurs were able to bounce back and win one, and they are, I'm sure, thrilled to have De'Aaron Fox back because they are turning the ball over with a lot less frequency since he returned. But FanDuel, of course, working with Oaklawn Sports, got a happy hour you do not want to miss, special props you do not want to miss out on, and more than you could ever imagine. FanDuel and our friends at Oaklawn Sports available at FanDuel.com/Arkansas. Every single day of the NBA playoffs. Don't miss your shot to get a little extra out of the NBA action. You got to be 21 up and here in Arkansas, and there's an opt-in required. If you have a gambling problem, 1-800-GAMBLER. We're back in a moment. It is 11:32, and you are in the zone, and we are going to talk some tennis and some game balls and jock straps after the break.
The unthinkable happens to your home or business, damage from water, smoke, fire, or mold, let Rainbow Restoration make you whole again. ArkansasRestorationExperts.com. They restore, you recover.
This is SportsCenter.
After 3 wins in the SEC tournament, the Arkansas Razorbacks baseball team was unable to take the crown, losing in the tournament championship on Sunday to the top-ranked Georgia Bulldogs 11-1. Unfortunately, the Hogs' SEC journey did not do enough in the eyes of the NCAA to host a regional in Fayetteville. They're the 2 seed in the Lawrence Regional, along with the Big 12 champion Kansas Jayhawks, Missouri State, and Northeastern. The Hogs start regional play against Missouri State on Friday at 5, with TV coverage on ESPN Plus and radio coverage here on 103.7 The Buzz. The Little Rock Trojans fared better on the diamond. They won their second straight Ohio Valley Conference tournament. They advanced to the Hattiesburg Regional as the 4 seed, where they'll face host Southern Mississippi along with Virginia and Jacksonville State. I'm Moose with The Buzz Radio Network.
Willie D's Dueling Pianos has not moved yet. They're still rocking right here in the Little Rock River Market. You'll find dueling pianos upstairs, DJs downstairs, karaoke on Tuesdays, and great food and drinks every week. Willie D's moves to Argenta later in 2026, so right now, join the party where it's always been. Reserve your table and learn more at WillieD'sPianoBar.com.
Willie D's Dueling Pianos, come and get your Willie on.
is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Your heart works hard for you every day. Are you taking care of it? UAMS Health makes it easy with our heart health screening. For just $99, you will receive a heart CT scan, cholesterol and glucose testing, kidney and blood pressure assessments, plus stroke risk screening, all with same-day results. If you're over 35 or have a family history of heart disease, this screening is for you. Healthy heart, healthy you, healthy future. Call UAMS Health at 501-603-1222. That's 501-603-1222.
Stay up to date with the latest Razorback news with the Red White Report. Every weekday with Justin and Phil on the Zone. The Red White Report is brought to you by Ortho Now, your walk-in solution for orthopedic care at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health.
Lately, I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. But baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Yeah, we'll be counting stars.
Let's get back to more of the show in the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio with your hosts, Justin Acri and Phil Elson, on the Buzz Radio Network.
All right, we're back at the UAMS Health Little Rock Open, and Chip Stearns is back with us here. Let's do some game balls and jock straps real quick, and then we'll talk to Chip about a few things we didn't get time to get into the first time he was on with us.
Game balls and jock straps are brought to you by A Caddy's Touch Landscape.
Josh Dickinson is a former PGA caddy, so he knows what good grass looks like.
If you'd like to take your yard to the next level, then hit up Josh and his crew at A Caddy's Touch Landscape. 501-794-2770. Call today.
All right. Give me that funky music, and let's get to it. All right, my game balls this week are obvious, for a couple of them at least. The Arkansas softball team gets one, and so happy for Coach Deifel continuing with the grind, and anything's fine, Moose back there. Don't worry about any particular song. But anyway, Arkansas softball going to the big dance, I guess, if you want to call it that, or whatever they call the softball version of that.
I'm trying to think of what you would call that. Nobody has like a term for the baseball tournament either. It's not a dance. It's not a madness. It's
a series.
It's just a tournament.
Yeah.
I don't know what to call it.
Okay.
We'll work on that.
We'll work on that. The Trojans obviously going back-to-back after winning the OVC tournament and doing it in very impressive fashion. The way they won is as impressive that they won. 7 games played, 6 victories, 5 straight wins, and they beat Eastern Illinois 10-6. I guess I should give a jockstrap to Eastern Illinois because Eastern Illinois also lost in the final to Little Rock last year in a 2-1 game. So I'm sure the Panthers do not like the Trojans very much in baseball.
Is EIU also joining the United?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, good for them.
2 other things real quick. Jordan Wicks gets a game ball. He has worked his way back through injuries and all sorts of things. His last 3 starts at AAA Iowa, very good. And today he makes his first start of the year for the Chicago Cubs against Phil's Pittsburgh Pirates. The Cubs have lost a lot of games in a row.
Is Jordan back throwing 100 again?
I don't know what his velocity is, but he's pitching effectively. And so he will be pitching at the 5:30, I think they start today, so I will be watching him try to take down the Pittsburgh Pirates and break the Cubs' long losing streak. And, yes, the Cubs are going to get a jock strap for giving me false hope because I thought they were going to be really, really good this year, and they have been sucking it up with 9 straight losses. And, they had two 10-game winning streaks earlier this year, and I don't know that any team has done that in recent history where you have a couple of 10-game winning streaks and then – no, it's actually 10 games in a row they've lost, so it's the longest losing streak they've had in 4 years. I can't even keep up. There's been so many losses in a row, and they stink right now. But hopefully Jordan Wicks can be the spark that gets them back on track. And then I'm going to quickly give a game ball and a jock strap to Zach Stewart. 2 bombs early in the tournament and a whole bunch of outs afterwards.
There's 7 straight strikeouts after that.
So let's hope that he gets back to home run, and maybe he does need to cut his hair. I don't know. I do love the flowing locks, though. He looks like Thor, and he hit like Thor in the first game, but didn't keep it up, unfortunately.
Got a game ball to the New York Knicks for a sweep of the Eastern Conference Finals. Just the fact that the city of New York will be hosting NBA Finals, you have to understand how big of a thing that is for New York. That, at its heart, I mean, it's a baseball town, it's a pro football town, it's a hockey town, it's a basketball town. They've got 2 football teams, and I guess they got 2 basketball teams too, but I think the Knicks are about the same distance that the Rangers went between Stanley Cups from the last time that New York won an NBA Finals. About the same amount of time, if not the exact same amount of time. So if they were to win, Manhattan will literally sink into Hudson Bay.
Not literally.
Do you remember how insane it got a couple of years ago when they didn't even make the conference finals? And they were celebrating before that. Renaming streets, they were going nuts, rioting, yeah. And now they're a whole round further than that. Whew, it's going to be nuts.
I don't think they're going to win, but I'll be rooting for them.
They are not going to win.
We'll be very,
that would
very
be very
surprised.
shocking.
Yes.
Yes. I think as likely as Arkansas and Little Rock in the College World Series final in baseball.
Game ball to Georgia baseball for winning the regular season and the tournament. And doing it in dominant fashion against Arkansas. That's a really good team that Wes has put together. And a game ball to Wes Johnson. It took Georgia baseball hiring a guy from Arkansas who coached at Sylvan Hills and then Arkansas and then the major leagues to actually be able to win an SEC championship. I'll give a jockstrap to the committee for putting in Kentucky. That's like putting in Auburn in the NCAA basketball tournament. They did not have their resume. Mercer probably should have been in. And I'll give a jockstrap to the SEC for having a tournament that literally does not matter.
It just means less.
It just means nothing. It's like that line from Meatballs. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't. They should have 10,000 people at the Hoover Met just chanting that during the championship game.
It's a moneymaker. I don't know how much money they make for the tournament, but that's the reason, I suppose.
Well, it goes to a whole larger conversation about why do we even have basketball tournaments when the thing that matters is the week after. Why do we have conference championship games? We're having that conversation now. I think we should have that conversation for the big leagues of college sports. I don't feel like this about every tournament, but SEC tournaments don't matter. You don't make your case in March to make March Madness by whatever you do in the SEC tournament. It's the same for the baseball tournament.
Yep. Anything else?
Nope.
Moose?
Yeah, game ball real quick to the softball team. I'll echo that. That was my big one. 5th run rule in a row. First College World Series. They're heading to OKC. And then basketball, Harden gets my jockstrap. James Harden had his 33rd playoff game with more turnovers than made field goals. His 33rd one and his 7th this postseason alone. He had 5 turnovers the other night with only 2 made shots.
The bigger jockstrap for him comes from
Defense.
something I read, and I assume it is true, that he said even though they got beat 4-0, they're the better team.
I heard about this.
And I'm like, I don't know if you hit your head in the process or what happened there, but that is the craziest thing I've ever heard. All right, then. That's the end of Game Balls and Jockstraps. Let's bring Chip Stearns back in here, who's the director of not only the UMS Health Little Rock Open, but again the Rebsamen Tennis Center where we were hanging out today. Tennis is underway. Now, are there courts for open players, everything tournament related this weekend?
Everything's tournament related for the week.
Okay.
So we have, tents and courts and everything just needs to be used.
What about for Phil and myself? If we decided after this is over we want to get into tennis, what's the situation as far as coming out here and playing?
Well, we're a public facility. We've got 17 courts, and so we have leagues and lessons and full service facility. So if you just wanted to come out and play, you just call us and rent a court, and we'll send you out there.
Can I just apply for chair announcer? That's what I want to do.
Very
use my talents here properly because I'm not good at tennis.
I'm not good at tennis either, but it'd be fun to run around and get sweaty. It's exercise.
I got other ways to do that.
Okay. You're a runner though, so
other than embarrassing myself by hitting everything into the net or out of bounds, I'm a baseball guy. I want to hit it as far as I can.
So you're like the bachelor party scene where he's hit everything over the fence.
That's right.
So we
what's a day rate here, or an hour?
It's $14 for an hour and a half. It's nothing.
That's a good deal.
So it's a really good deal here. Can I say one thing real quick about non-tennis related? I have to add on to the whole Kentucky getting in. As somebody that went to Vanderbilt and somebody that we swept Kentucky this year, and then for them to get in over Vanderbilt, who has such a history, it's one of the few things we're good at all the time. And Vandy not to get in.
And Vandy,
I'm offended.
And they didn't have the resume to get in this year either, right?
No, but we had a better record in the conference, and we swept them. What the heck? What's that all about?
We've got Coach Curry coming up in just a couple of minutes here. So, Chip, let's talk about a couple of things that are part of this tournament. We were talking about electric line calling. Is that new this year?
So it's new for us, for all the challenger events this year in the United States at least. So that's just a massive, massive upgrade for us. To have that company come over here from England and set themselves up, and so you don't have to have you don't have officials on. You still have your chair umpire, but you don't have any officials on the court, and the electronic line calling takes care of itself. It's a wonderful thing.
You have a chair umpire for every match?
Yes.
Okay. And are those people coming in, or do you have enough local?
There's only one local official, so a lot of these people come from over the world. There's some of them that probably came from the French Open, which is currently going on.
It's wild.
But we have.
Does the tournament pay for that, or does the ATP pay for that?
Both.
Okay.
So it costs a lot to pay for this, so we have to raise a lot of money, and might as well just give our little plug right now. But anything that we make on top of our expenses, we give to the UAMS Rockefeller Cancer Institute. So it's a little easier to raise money when you're telling them hey, you're giving to the Cancer Institute as opposed to you're giving it to Tennis Center.
Absolutely, yeah. But it is a great facility, and people need to appreciate this and take advantage of it. If you're a tennis player, it's certainly an opportunity for you to come out here and play on a top-notch level where they're playing professional tennis. So you too can be a part of the action. You guys are going, I guess, even the extra mile and doing. We were talking about resurfacing too, and that's no easy task.
No, we're resurfacing all of our courts. The ones that we're using for the tournament got done just in time, just because of weather and all that stuff. But the city's really stepped up to. They've stepped up in several areas to help pay for. We have some of the best lights in the South for outdoor courts, and they're all LED lighting. The players love them, so we're able to play night matches because you have to have a certain lighting to be able to play on a professional level, and to have all the courts resurfaced. It's a lot of money, so it's great to have.
Again, free tennis this weekend, folks. So come on out and watch some of the top players in the world going at it here as part of the UAMS Health Little Rock Open. And again, it's an annual event. What year is this?
This is our 45th year. I'm glad you mentioned that. We're the second longest running continuous tournament in the country other than the U.S. Open.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
That's definitely something to be proud of.
Yeah, very. So Little Rock steps up, our tennis community steps up to the plate. So we'd love to have some non-tennis people come out and see some tennis. You'll be amazed at the level of play and know that there's even a higher level than that.
Yeah, and if you got a day off or you get off work early, again, you got food trucks out here, beverages out here. You can sit and watch some top-level athletes go at it. Very, very fun. I'm not the biggest tennis fan in the world. I like to watch all the majors, but this is a blast. I absolutely need to come out this week and will. So I hope the weather cooperates for you guys, and I appreciate you having us out.
No, we really appreciate you guys being out.
All right, 11:47, quick break. We'll come back. Chris Curry on the other side talking Trojan baseball back-to-back to the NCAA tournament after winning the OVC tournament this last weekend.
Looking for a lunch spot that's fast, fun, and won't wreck your wallet? Head to Brewski's Pub and Grub with locations in downtown Little Rock and North Little Rock. The Brewski's Babes are serving up ice-cold drinks, smash burgers, loaded fries, wings, wraps, and more. Fast enough for your lunch break and priced right every day of the week. Escape the office and grab lunch with friends. Brewski's, the spot for good vibes, great food, and quick service. Brewski's Downtown and Brewski's North Little Rock open daily at 11. Brewski's, your home for lunch, happy hour, and late night.
You can't always see what's in the air, but dust, allergens, contaminants, even mold could be affecting your health. Learn about air quality testing at rainbowrestores.com. When the unthinkable happens, damage from smoke, water, fire, mold, or just poor air quality, let Rainbow Restoration fix your home or business. With their 24/7 rapid response, you'll get your life back on track fast. RainbowRestores.com. Rainbow Restoration. They restore, you recover. Services performed by an independently owned and operated franchise.
Spring is a great time to reset. No packed gyms or feeling out of place. Just a clean, welcoming space where you can start at your own pace. 10 Fitness has everything you need to feel better after every workout without breaking the bank. You get tanning, recovery rooms, great equipment, and plenty of room to do your thing. With 24/7 access and everything you need to feel confident, getting back into your routine just got simpler. Join 10 Fitness for 10 cents for a limited time only.
Take it from Arkansas greats Joe Klein and Pat Bradley.
The big national sports apps are now in Arkansas, taking over Oaklawn and Bentley, which are no longer local,
making Bet Saracen the only real local app.
Still Arkansans' fan fave.
Plus, Bet Saracen is still the official sports betting app of many of the state's colleges and universities.
Bet Saracen, built by Arkansans for Arkansans.
Bet with Arkansans. Bet with Bet Saracen.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Looking for burgers, barbecue, beer, bourbon, ball games, and brunch? Look no further than Ouachita Bar and Grill, 915 Central Avenue in beautiful downtown Hot Springs. Ouachita Bar and Grill, family and pet friendly, with indoor and outdoor seating available. Bingo Bango Brunch, served on Sundays from 11 till 3, with live music Thursday through Saturday. Take a look on Facebook to see what events they've got going on this week, and join the fun at Ouachita Bar and Grill, Central Avenue, downtown Hot Springs.
We got the big deals,
People have always asked me how we get such great inventory. Here at Alco Road in Benton, the Big Lot, Chris Crane, Dodge Jeep Ram.
It's simple. We use the latest technology to scour auctions across the country to bring us the best of the best. This month only, we're doing sales tax paid on every pre-owned vehicle here at the Big Lot.
Sales tax paid?
Sales tax paid at the Big Lot. Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram on Alco Road in Benton.
Let's get back to more of the show in the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio with your hosts, Justin Acri and Phil Elson, on the Buzz Radio Network.
Did you get any of that, Moose, or no?
No, I did not.
I've been talking for like 2 minutes. No big deal. All right.
Redo.
Yeah. NCAA baseball available at Oaklawn. And again, just the tip of the iceberg. Lots of fun things happening at Oaklawn this weekend. Is going to be fun. Every weekend's fun. Take a staycation down to Oaklawn. They've got a Boats and Bucks giveaway. It's the second one they've done this summer. They're giving away a Bennington Party Barge. They're doing it on June 27th, and you can earn entries every day in June for your chance to win cash prizes for a brand new boat. That's pretty awesome. Go to oaklawn.com for details on booking a room, for getting tickets to upcoming shows. Sawyer Brown, Amy Grant is on the docket here for September. Sawyer Brown coming in July. Great dining options. Even though there's no live racing, there's plenty going on down at Oaklawn and Hot Springs. And, of course, if you go to FanDuel with our friends at Oaklawn, you can wager on all sorts of fun things, including, like Major League Baseball and NBA Finals and things of that nature. So lots of reasons to get down there and take advantage of it. All right, let's get Coach on the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline. Trojans back to the NCAA tournament. Sweet, sweet phrase being passed all over the capital city. And we bring on now Chris Curry to congratulate him and talk about their road to Omaha. Coach, congratulations again. Thanks for coming on. How are you?
Today I'm doing outstanding, Justin. How are you?
I am all smiles, too. I was so happy for you, and it gives us not one but two rooting interest in the NCAA tournament. We were talking about it last year, Coach. Just a remarkable run to come in as the bottom seed and fight your way through undefeated 5-0 in the tournament, which seemed like a lot of games last year, Coach. We're like, oh, my gosh, so many games to get. Well, this year you played 2 more games to get to the NCAA tournament. And you mentioned it before the tournament began, and really, I guess, through the season. This team has a special collection of pitching depth that gives you a chance in a run like this. So, obviously, you leaned on that to get to where you are today.
No, you're exactly right. I had a blast last year, but I had hoped to never go through that again. Instead, we doubled down this year and just said, we'll just add a couple of games, which is still advised. However, I knew that we could do that if it fell that way, because one thing that got exposed last year, at the highest level, at the regional level, was just our pitching depth. We had good arms. We had quality arms. Jackson Wells, Jack Klein, guys like that. We just needed more of them. And so that's what we really put a premium on this summer. Went out and got guys like Tag Andrews, Nick Bronzini, Brigden Parker, Isaac Avenue. We retained Gage Haley, and so Malcolm Brown. And so now, if we go deeper in a tournament, which we did, we had enough left. Brandon Westmoreland, our Friday guy, is going to be a top 10 rounder. And so that's what carried us, was our pitching and defense. And, man, it is awesome to be talking to you and playing on the weekend after Memorial Day.
Coach, 6-1, the Magic sort of set of numbers there. You go 6-1 in the tournament. You were down 6-1 in the championship game to Eastern Illinois. And you roll back with a huge inning and win it 10-6. And again, this is such a cliche question, but I mean, what was the sort of the feeling in the dugout when you guys are down 5 runs? Any panic at all?
No, there wasn't any panic. There was never any panic. I really don't allow that. I can't personally and professionally. I just cannot stand panic and emotional reactions to situations that happen around you. It doesn't fix anything. It doesn't change anything. Instead, I like developing a plan. And so when we were down, the plan was, okay, let's just have a quality at bat. It started with a walk with Ty Rhodes, our senior, then a double. And then here we go. The next thing you know, we cut the lead in half, 6-3. And then I saw a little panic in the other dugout because we had beaten them the day before on a comeback. And then we got another base hit, now it's a 1-run game, and then we got the lead. And it kind of felt like, okay, that's going to do it. If the other team gives up a 5-run lead in the 7th, that's just too much mentally to overcome. We ended up scoring 8 runs, but then we had a little bit of a test. We got a 30-minute rain delay, and we had just grabbed the momentum back. And, of course, the key to a baseball game, after you have a big inning, you've got to get a shutdown inning. You've got to get a 0. Well, we got our 0 in the bottom of the 7th, then here comes the tournament director looking at his phone, which is always the sign that you're about to be delayed, and puts us in the dugout. So all of that energy, all of that momentum, that could take the wind out of your sails. Plus, I worry about the current pitcher that we had, who was throwing really well, Isaac Avenue. And so we had to keep him warm through the delay, which ended up only being about 30 minutes. Come out of the delay, score another one in the top of the 8th, which may have been the dagger, and put up 2 more zeros and won the tournament. And so, once again, we rode the backs of our pitching the entire way.
Coach, it's Phil Elson here. What do you think about this matchup against the? Hey, we're so proud of you, by the way. I mean, this is just so cool. What do you think about Southern Miss in the matchup?
I think Southern Miss, and you know as well as anybody, I think that for baseball, they're a power team. They're a perennial top 25. They have the facilities. They have the funding, the coaching, the caliber of player to beat anybody. The lefty I think we're going to see, Phil, is named Harris. It's going to be 93-96 with high ride at the top of the zone. There are multiple lefties coming out of the pen that are filthy. There's a couple of righties that are all conference, high-end closers, mid to high 90s. There's power in the lineup, left and right-handed, but most of the power comes from the left side. They will bunt on you. They will do some small things, although not at a high rate, more in what I call classic situations where it calls for a bunt, but they'll execute it. Then you add being at their place, which is not, I don't know the seating capacity of Pete Taylor Park. I know it's seats-wise not as many as Fayetteville or Oxford or Baton Rouge, but the let's just say the intensity and the passion is just as high. And they're used to winning. They expect to win, and that's who we've got first game. So, and it's a tough regional, Phil. I don't know if you saw it. From an RPI and KPI standpoint, they ranked, and I'm sorry to bring this up, they ranked your regional the toughest one, and ours the second toughest one. So I don't know, are they mad at Arkansas teams or what?
Well, I think you're part of the reason that your regional's tough, Coach, so I think that's the deal. So you deserve some of the blame for that, I think. So, yeah, the 4 seed being good makes a big difference in that. And obviously we were talking about Missouri State being a really good 3 seed in Arkansas's regional, and that has something to do with it as well. Nothing against Northeastern. I don't know that they're impacting that a whole lot.
Hey, and talking about common opponents, we played a 3-game series at Missouri State early in the year. And we saw what also Phil and those guys saw is the offense. Is just
get in the conversation with live fan feedback at 103.7 The Buzz.
It's as good as any in the league, and in any league. I think where they're susceptible a little bit is on the mound, and I would check their injury status on the mound as well. But man, they can flat out swing it, and they try to bring that third baseman in to close, and the Bogenpole, the center fielder, is a first rounder, so they're going to be tough. Southern Miss, but also people are talking about Southern Miss about our regional. Check on Jacksonville State. All left-handers in the lineup, huge power, approaching maybe 50 wins, and that club right there is an outstanding club. Steve Beezer is the head coach who left Missouri a couple of years ago, and they're doing a great job. And then we got Virginia in there with Chris Pollard, and he's a proven coach, so it's a tough regional for us.
Coach, best of luck, safe travels, and we'll be keeping an eye on you guys. And 1 o'clock on Friday, looking forward to it. Hopefully somebody's hosting a watch party somewhere, and we're going to try to get in there, and we get a whole lot of interesting baseball Friday afternoon, including your game.
Sounds good. Appreciate you, fellas. Good luck, Phil.
You too, Coach. Be rooting for you.
All right, that's Chris Curry. We're up against it, and then some. 12:01. Stick around.
Or business damaged from water, smoke, fire, or mold, let Rainbow Restoration make you whole again. RainbowRestores.com. They restore, you recover.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
We do have a decent shot of showers and thunderstorms today here in central Arkansas. It is a 60% chance of rain. Otherwise, kind of warm and muggy with a high of 80. It's still a 30% chance of rain showers tonight, which will probably all end by around midnight, and then we'll have an overnight low of 66. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
New Benihana promotion. Monday and Tuesday, lunch and dinner. 10% off of everything on the menu. Come to Benihana's.
Johnston's Home Center in Benton is your one-stop shop for appliances, bedding, lawn care, and sewing. Speaking of appliances, Johnston's Home Center has a wide selection of home appliances for cooking, cleanup, laundry, and refrigeration. Johnston's also has mattresses, so you can get a good night's sleep, plus a wide selection of vacuums to keep your home classy and clean. Johnston's Home Center, 1421 Military Road in Benton, or on the web at johnstonsHomecenter.com. If they don't have it, you probably don't need it.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability, making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. As a former college tennis player, it was disappointing to hear that Hunter Yurachek is ending Arkansas's men's and women's tennis programs.
Of course, these programs don't make any money. Only 2 programs do. But if we start only things that show a profit, that's the end of most of the best things in life. Oscar Wilde said, "A cynic knows the price of everything and the value of nothing." Here's hoping that we can distinguish between cost and value. Oh, wait, Hunter changed his mind? And we're going to have the tennis programs? As Emily Latella used to say, never mind. If you're around Clinton or Cabot, stop into a Doublebee's for some great Baskin-Robbins ice cream. Could you use some of that? Sure you could. Doublebee's. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Doublebee's.
Burroughs and Mr. Frank's is a long-standing, iconic luxury eyewear shop in the Heights. They're family-owned and operated opticians that feature high-end designer eyewear that you can't find anywhere else. Brands like Cartier, Gucci, Salt, and State Optical. Plus, they have all their lenses from the high-tech lens crafter Zeiss, who make lenses for cameras, telescopes, microscopes, and yes, glasses. These are found only at Burroughs, and they do all the fitting and lab work right in their own in-store lab. They're at 5901 R Street in the Heights, Burroughs and Frank's Optical.
Welcome to Moe's. Everyone knows that coming into Moe's for our Mo Monday special is the best deal in burritos. But what about those other 6 days? Well, let me introduce the new Mo Value Meal. Junior burrito, side of queso, chips, salsa, and a fountain drink for only $9.99. And the best part? It's available all day, every day at Moe's Southwest Grill. Now here's my daughter Andy Kate with a special reminder.
Remember, kids eat free on Sundays. Welcome to Moe's.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 501-600-2763. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 501-600-2763. That's 501-600-2763.
You're in the zone. Arkansas's longest-running midday sports talk show, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort.
20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
With your hosts, Justin Acri and Phil Elson, on the Buzz Radio Network.
Feels so unlike everybody else, alone in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code.
And Proctor will just dribble it out. Chance of let's go Knicks. It's over. Believe it, Knicks fans, for the first time in 27 years, the New York Knicks are going to the NBA Finals. The dream season continues, and hopes of ending a decades-long championship drought are very much alive.
Jalen, the last time the Knicks went to the NBA Finals, you weren't even 3 years old. Your dad was on the team. Just tell me, what does it mean to you to be leading the franchise back to the NBA Finals?
I mean, it means a lot, but I wouldn't be here without my teammates. The belief they had in me, this coaching staff, this organization, this fan base. I mean, without them, none of this is possible.
You heard it. Knicks back to the NBA Finals, a sweep over the Cleveland Cavaliers, and they are headed back to take on the winner of OKC in San Antonio. Their game 5 tonight is in Oklahoma City. Pretty critical game after San Antonio got a big win over the weekend. Congratulations to them. And a pretty convincing one at that. Actually, their most convincing win of the tournament so far, the postseason so far, against at least Oklahoma City. And they had back-to-back games with 20-plus turnovers. Well, De'Aaron Fox comes back, and they had 15 in the first game when he returned. They lost. And then they had 12 in the victory the other day. So things are trending in the right direction for San Antonio. It ought to be a great 3-game series now remaining between those two. And the Knicks will sit and try not to gather any dust as they wait for the Western Conference champion.
Does the idea that Western Conference goes 7 games, which it probably does, have any help on the Knicks? Does it help them in this case? Because I just don't see them beating either one of those two teams.
I don't either, but I know like Anunoby was coming back from an injury, so maybe any rest is probably good. But, I mean, yeah, at some point you wonder, how long do we want to be off?
So this isn't the year it's going to happen. The Knicks will win next year's NBA championship, Justin, and here's why. You remember when the New York Rangers went all those years between Stanley Cups, and I was one of the fans in Pittsburgh that used to chant 1940 over and over again. They went between 1940 and 1994 for the last time they won the Stanley Cup.
Okay.
54 years. This is the 53rd year since the Knicks' last NBA championship. Next year is the 54th year. That's why the Rangers took 54 years. The Knicks will take 54 years too. They won't win the finals this year. They will next year when they get Giannis.
If they get Giannis, that'll definitely help. That's going to be quite the adjustment, though. All right, we are here at the UMS Health Little Rock Open. If you're just tuning in, and we've got professional tennis happening all weekend. It was likened to AAA baseball. So these are the folks who are right there a half a step away from playing at the very, very top level. Some of the players in this tournament were in France trying to qualify for the French Open and didn't make it, and so they're here with us this weekend instead. So again, this is very top-level tennis. And again, if you're a fan of tennis at all, or you just like watching professional athletes compete, guess what? It's free. And they've got food trucks out here. It's truly fun for the whole family. And if you've never been to a pro tennis event, this is a great way to welcome your way into one, or to sort of kind of settle in and see what it's like and see if you like it. I mean, we've all watched them on television. My nephew took his daughter to her first baseball game over the weekend. They went to a AAA iCubs game. They were doing a test run. He's a Phillies fan. I have no idea why. But they were going to take her to a Phillies game in Kansas City later this summer, but they wanted to see how she did at a baseball game in general. I think she's about, 5. And so I'm not sure how it went over the weekend, but that's this is the same kind of thing. Bring them to a tennis tournament. Maybe they'll be completely enthralled with it, and you know what? You might be raising up a future tennis star in your own home.
That's a good point.
It's good exposure.
Well, you get right up close to the action. I mean, you don't have to sit far back, even for the championship match. I mean, that stadium they've got over here, you're going to be right there for it. That's that'd be the kind of thing that would grab a kid's attention immediately.
And they have covered seating if it gets sunny and it's hot.
Or it's raining.
If it's raining, they probably won't be playing anyway. But
yeah.
Let me get Jimmy in quick, and then we're going to do a very expedient entertainment report. Also coming up this hour, which I think is going to be a lot of fun, we've got 2 Razorback tennis players who are playing as doubles partner, Eric Padgham, who's from Australia, and Jakub Verba, who's from the Czech Republic. They are teaming up and playing in this event tonight. So if you want to come and root on some Razorbacks who had a program that was nearly put to death, revived at the last moment. Clear! And we'll see how the guys feel about that, and also what their chances are here. They had to qualify their way in. Pretty cool.
I wonder if it's what language do you speak in the Czech Republic? Is it Czech?
I don't know.
How do you say Woo Pig Sooie?
I don't know. I know how to say Jimmy. He's on line 1 on the Jim's Razorback Pizza hotline. Just kidding. He's just on one of our regular ones.
Hey.
What's up, Jimmy?
Hey, guys. And first off, welcome, Phil. I'm so happy about the move to the Buzz, man.
Thanks, Jimmy.
I love listening to you. Hey, but my question is, Dave Van Horn, his remarks, he was saying that we were being told. And I'm curious, when he says he's being told that they're in good position, is that coming from SEC office, or who do you think he's being told that by? Now, I'm going to hang up and listen.
I think he's being told that by SEC officials, by people that he knows within the SEC. Maybe not Greg Sankey, but not NCAA officials. I don't think it's their position to say something like that. And SEC officials would look at things in a rosy manner for Arkansas. So, yeah, that's who I think he might have been talking with. Dave's as well connected in the sport as anybody, though, so who knows who he's talking about.
All right, let's get to entertainment real quick here.
Today's entertainment report is brought to you by Bell & Sword Gentlemen's Clothing in Conway. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram, or stop by Bell & Sword's new and larger location at 1011 Oak Street.
All right, let's see here. Hooters in the news. You may have heard that they were trying to pull themselves out of bankruptcy by getting a family-friendly makeover. One of the bosses even said he wants to bring back the delightfully tacky version of the chain. So how do you keep it where enough dads want to go, this story asks, but also a place where mom's comfortable taking the kids? Hooters CEO Neil Kiefer says they're working to reclaim the original beach-themed neighborhood place vibe. I never thought that was the Hooters way.
Is that what it was to begin with?
This is the way. You go to the beach to see owls. Obviously, it makes perfect sense. He says it's a double entendre as far as Hooters, hence the owls. He says it was acceptable humor back then, and it's coming back to be acceptable humor. Is it? In what circles? Anyway, good luck, Hooters.
I did see an old commercial from the late 80s of when Hooters first came around, and I'll say this. It was a dad, trying to figure out a way to get his kids entertained and fed, and it was a Hooters commercial. So maybe that was the original idea. I didn't think that's what it was.
I don't want to throw shade because I don't think it's terrible. It's just that there are, I don't know, name the number of wing joints that have come out since Hooters that have better food.
Well, it also took the theme of scantily clad waitresses to, another degree. I mean, there's a lot of other places that took that idea and expanded it a lot farther than what Hooters did.
That's the problem. Here's the deal. So you now have wing joints that are better, and you also have restaurants that play on the scantily clad theme that are better. So where do you find your niche? Because you're not better than your competition in either arena. That's a problem.
If you're going to do the family dinner kind of a thing, the scantily clad aspect probably can't be involved. So I don't know what Hooters thinks they're doing then.
That's why they're going bankrupt.
There you go.
Yeah.
Cheddar biscuits for everyone. Oh, that's a different restaurant.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Those are good, though. Blue Moon's in the news. They aren't actually blue. This just in. But they are going to turn their beer blue for 1 weekend. The brand is bringing a limited-time blue beer to participating bars across the country as Blue Moon reimagines its signature draft pour. What?
No, thank you.
Oh, who cares?
I don't need blue beverages or anything. There is no blue food. Do you realize that? There is no blue food. Blueberries are purple.
We're really splitting hairs. I've seen some pretty blue blueberries.
I've seen some really purple blueberries.
I've seen very blue blueberries. I think you're really splitting hairs here. Anyway, it's fun. It says we can't do much about the color of the moon in the sky, but we can do something about the one in your glass. So for 1 weekend, we're making Blue Moon blue, says the VP of Marketing. Hey, you know what? They may be filing for bankruptcy soon, too.
I'm not drinking green beer either.
I'll drink green beer. I'll drink blue beer. I don't care. It's not something I'm going to seek out, but it's fine.
It's fun for once a week.
Yes.
1 week out of the year.
Yeah, no big deal. All right, here we go. I've got Miley Cyrus in the news. She got emotional Friday. She got her Hollywood Walk of Fame star. Dad wasn't there, but she did honor him in her speech. She also announced Sunday she adopted a 20-year-old African tortoise.
She's so cool.
Through the nonprofit Wags and Walks. Yeah, she's real cool.
She's so cool.
Anyway, so congratulations to Miley Cyrus, who now has cheapened the Hollywood Walk of Fame stars for everyone else by getting her up.
Oh, but she's been in the public eye for so long. She's 33. She's probably been in the public eye for the last 25 years?
Yeah. Yeah. No, she's fine. I don't mind Miley Cyrus, actually.
She's got a lot of personality.
Party in the USA is still a fun banger. All right, here we go. AMAs over the weekend. We haven't talked about these yet. Want to congratulate the Artist of the Year, BTS.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is. Is that one of the Korean? Is that like K-pop?
Moose, this is where you come in. What's BTS?
Yes, they're K-pop.
I think all of these people are K-pop. Just Kendrick Lamar must obviously be K-pop.
None of the people in the best Artist of the Year were K-pop except for them.
Actually, I know who everybody else there is except BTS.
Same.
I'm a Bruno Mars guy. I like Bruno Mars.
I do too. New Artist of the Year, Cat's Eye, the winner. Over, I don't know any of these people except for Olivia Dean.
I've heard of
Ella Langley.
I've heard of Somber. It's very sad music.
You don't say.
Well, there's a reason he's named Somber.
Album of the Year, Man's Best Friend by Sabrina Carpenter. Song of the Year, Golden. I guess I know that song, probably. I don't know a lot of these songs, though. I'm not hip. I need to listen to more, new music. I get stuck on my Pearl Jam.
Do you know what I'm stuck on?
Dave Matthews combo meals.
I have an addiction to a channel that plays nothing but Casey Kasem top 40 reruns from the 80s and from the 70s and 80s.
I love those.
Yes. Which our man Shannon Lynn actually is responsible for all of those broadcasts.
Yeah. K-Pop Demon Hunters won Best Soundtrack ahead of F1 and some others.
Of course it did.
There's a lot about music I don't know anymore. I'm like, I feel so stupid.
But that's okay. That's a natural progression of American life.
What is the song Golden? Do you know this song? And can you sing me a few bars, Moose?
Golden is from K-Pop Demon Hunters, isn't it?
I rest my case.
And you're
That's what I
so
don't know.
golden, isn't it?
I don't know.
All these sounds sound the same now.
I hate to be the old man. I do want to congratulate Justin Bieber, named Best Male Pop Artist this year.
Who is Justice Beavers?
Justice Beavers. Who is Benson Boone? Benson Boone won another award and also was a runner-up for Male Pop Artist.
He's got the mustache. He did the Super Bowl commercial with Ben Stiller. He always does the backflips.
I got to see this guy.
He's the, oh gosh, how does it go? Please stay.
Oh, yeah. Yes, okay.
Oh, that's
annoying
music.
Yeah, it is.
Pretty sure I nailed that, though. Thanks.
Yep. Best Male Country Artist, Morgan Wallen. Best Female, Ella Langley. Best Country Duo or Group, Zach Brown Band. Look at them. Still getting love. I like Zach Brown Band. Zach Brown Band I find to be somewhat polarizing with people.
I've not experienced the polarization of
I know people who cannot stand Zach Brown Band. I'm like, all it is fun, beer drinking, stick your feet in the water, go to the lake, go to the ocean music. What's wrong with that?
They want heavy lyrics. Those people want heavy lyrics.
They are not heavy lyrics.
Sadness.
No, they're fun. Best R&B, Bruno Mars.
Thank you.
You happy?
It was good. It's a good album.
You got Best R&B song, too? I Just Might. That is a good song.
Did you say the Best Throwback Song?
Yeah, that's a dumb award. When did that become a thing?
Because everything is the 90s now.
What's Up, Rock That Body, and Iris were all nominated, and Rock That Body by Black Eyed Peas won Best Throwback Song. That's stupid. Anyway, I like the song. I like all three of those songs, but that's just a dumb award. All right, that's enough of that. Bad Bunny won Best Latin Artist. Shocker. Anyway, that'll do that. All right, let's do birthdays real quick, and then we will talk to our friends from Bluebell, who apparently are bringing out a new flavor of ice cream. I did eat some ice cream this weekend. I was telling Phil. I went to a local purveyor of ice cream, and I got behind the annoying lady. It was right out of Curb Your Enthusiasm, and I looked at Natalie, and I was like, really? And I was like, really? I was like, come on, lady! Sorry. Anyway, once you taste 7 ice creams, you're not there to buy ice cream. You're there to taste ice cream. If you don't have any idea what kind of ice cream profile you like, you don't belong at those places, okay? And there should be a 3-taster limit. I can't go to a local bar and be like, let me try that beer, and 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 that beer. And they're like, what kind of beer do you want? I'm like, I'm good. I'm hammered.
This is the only thing you can do this for. Go to a restaurant and ask if I can have a taste of a sandwich.
Right.
Or a taste of a steak.
Right.
Or a taste of a chicken breast.
Okay.
It does not work this way. For some reason, there's only ice cream.
Also, my thing is if there's 12 people waiting in line behind you, it's a different thing than if you're the only people in the ice cream store. Okay? You got to be a little more socially aware. Okay? Let's be kind to one another and let's be respectful. I know what I want. I want carrot cake, and I want to get it in my little waffle cone, and I want to get out of here. Will you please get out of my way?
Can I set up a situation for you, ask how you would handle this? It's a friend of mine. Go to lunch with him occasionally, and he would ask from the waitress, tastes of the soups.
No.
So it's like you bring a flight of soup out for somebody so he can decide which one he wants.
That would be the last time I went to lunch with that guy. If you want to play birthday trivia, come on at 661-1037. Now is the time. Phil v. Moose. Let's get to it. And today we have some Travs tickets to give away. And appreciate Coach Thompson coming up last week. Got a chance to talk to our buddy Lance over there as well. So we were talking all about what's going on with the Travs. But we got general admission for a couple folks to any home game. Got to pick them up physically at the station. People like Travs tickets, and people want them now at 501-661-1037. Rock and roll. Here we go.
Birthday Trivia in the Zone is brought to you by Brewski's Pub and Grub. Your home for lunch, happy hour, and late night. With locations in Little Rock and North Little Rock. Come get your grub on.
All right, Johnny's going to be with Moose. Phil, you're going to represent line 2, and Moose is lining him up. Today is National Blueberry Cheesecake Day.
Blueberries are purple.
The only blue item that is in the edible world. Matt, you're going to be with Phil. Also on this day, National Cherry Dessert Day. You can do a cherry cheesecake. Those are
red.
Those are red. All right. If you do a blueberry cheesecake and a cherry cheesecake side by side, you have Red, white, and
American
blue.
flag.
You really do. You're all set. As long as purple is in the American flag, in Phil's opinion. All right. On this day in history, Henry Ford and the Ford Motor Company produced the last Model T. What year, Moose?
The final Model T?
That's right.
77.
1922.
Yeah, that's a terrible guess, Moose. 1927.
Well, I thought they kept rolling.
On this day in history, Rhinestone Cowboy by Glenn Campbell, Arkansas's own, was released. It was named the Billboard Song of the Year the same year. What year, Phil?
I think it's the year I'm born. I think it's 77.
I was going to go 74.
75. Moose with a point. And on this day in history, the Philadelphia Phillies retired Mike Schmidt's uniform number. I'm going to ask you first, not for a point, what number did Mike Schmidt wear, Moose?
Oh, I don't know. I know Phil's just chomping at the bit to tell me, though.
I'm actually bad with
It's not for a point, so give it to me. You want to guess?
17.
It's a round number.
He was 8.
I would have said 10. He's 20. Good job.
See, I'm bad with uniform numbers.
Okay. What year did he get his number retired?
Oh, Schmidt. That would have had to be right after
Did you
he
say
was.
Schmidt?
No, I said Schmidt. That would have been 1990.
Oh, that's good.
1990.
Bingo bango. Good job. All right, let's move on to birthdays. This guy is one of the South Park directors. He also does Kyle and Kenny and Butters.
Matt Stone. Trey Parker.
Matt Stone's exactly right. Moose, how old is Matt Stone?
I'm going to say 49.
No, holy Schmidt, you're way off.
Matt Stone is 57.
55. We're going to use that again. That was good, Phil, on short notice. This guy is a singer. His dad was a singer. Probably got a kid that's a singer. Nickname, Bocephus.
Oh, that's Hank Williams.
That's Hank Williams, Jr. I'll allow it. How old?
So Junior is
His father's
80.
well dead.
He's 80.
No.
Yeah, I was going to go up there. Let's say 79.
A 77. This woman's a singer, and she had a very good solo career. She was also one of the key figures in Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, that's
Stevie Nicks.
That's Stevie Nicks. Moose, how old?
71.
73.
78. This guy's a singer. He is also an actor, and his mother was an actress. She was on the Jeffersons. He wants to fly away.
Lenny Kravitz.
Lenny Kravitz is correct.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Roxy Roper.
Lenny Kravitz is 50. He's 60.
He's 60. No.
He is, I think he's pushing 70. I'm going to say 70, even.
He's 62. Relax.
And his abs are 30.
I know, he's in great shape.
I went so far the other way. Like, it's impressive to look that good. I was going impressive at 70 instead of 60.
I think he's super disciplined with his diet, is my guess. Last but not least, actually I got a couple, but we're tight on time. This guy's one of the all-time great play-by-play men.
Phil Elson.
He's now retired. 50 years, one of the top sportscasters in America.
Marv Albert.
And he has a great appreciation for attractive women in the stands.
Oh, Brent Musburger.
That's correct. All right, Moose, you need a bingo bango for the win.
Ooh, 86.
You are looking live at a man who is 84.
He's 87. We're tied. All right, here's our tiebreaker. This guy's a comedian. He's an actor. He's a director. You first got to know him from his work in Police Academy.
Steve Guttenberg.
No. He's a stand-up comedian. He's a director. He directed
Bobcat Goldthwait.
I believe it was the final.
There's the guy that makes all the noises.
No, the final film that that Robin Williams ever was in, called Dad of the Year.
You got me stumped.
Oh, you'll know exactly who it is when I tell you. Happy birthday, Bobcat Goldthwait.
Oh, I said that.
Wow.
I said that.
I didn't hear you.
Yeah, I said that.
Okay, you win. Congratulations. Good job.
He was my favorite character in those Police Academy movies.
This is great.
He's the only one I could name besides Gutenberg, yeah.
Do we have our friends in?
Yeah, let me grab him. 1 second.
Yeah, well, listen, they got to be on, we got 2 minutes because we got to hit our break. We got our friends coming up here from Arkansas.
I sat next to a freezer full of Bluebell ice cream sandwiches at the Hoover Met all week.
And?
Ate a lot of them.
How many?
Like one a day. Only one a day.
Just vanilla?
Vanilla or cookies and cream, but then you can mix it in with the they got orange crush. So you can stick it in there and dip. It's
orange crush like
orange soda with dip your ice cream sandwich in the orange soda, and then it's really good. Don't give me that look. It's really good. Don't knock it till you tried it.
We got Rob and Michael here from Bluebell.
Rob and Michael. I'm sorry, guys, we're on the road, tight on time, but talk to me about this new flavor. We got a Bluebell. What's happening?
Hey, we got black raspberry fudge. You're missing out on it.
Black raspberry fudge. Okay, I like all these things. Talk to me about black raspberry fudge. What's going on in there?
All right, so black raspberry, it's a black raspberry flavored ice cream. It's got dark chocolate flavored chunks and a chocolate fudge swirl.
Oh,
you can't beat this one.
Good.
Is this the first time you guys have ever released this?
This is the very first time, yes.
Okay. Is it in stores now?
You can find it anywhere that you can buy Bluebell.
Okay. Any other summer releases that you guys have coming out or are out?
Yeah, we got a few surprises coming out. Can't really talk about those, but we do have our tried and true homemade vanilla. That's one that you can never go wrong with.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me think. I'm trying to think what else. When are you going to release these other ones that you're not telling us about?
Oh, those special ones? Anywhere between today and end of the year.
Do you guys partner with any restaurants and to have a fish? Thank you very much for the vague response. Do you guys partner with any restaurants to say, hey, look, we're an official purveyor of Bluebell ice cream in our restaurants?
We do have a few restaurants that sell Bluebell exclusively for sure.
Okay. You want to name any names, or is that also under your hat?
We're going to keep that under our hat right now.
Jeez, you are so secretive about this. I like it.
How would black raspberry fudge go in a glass of Dr. Pepper?
You know,
so weird with
now
your
that
drinks.
one I'm not sure about.
Actually not a bad
I'd
idea,
say
though.
try it and let me know.
23 flavors
I'll
isn't
do
enough
exactly
for you?
that.
23
big
flavors
on-
plus black raspberry fudge. That might be all right.
That actually would probably be pretty good. I'm not big on mixing soda with ice cream. I'm not a big ice cream float guy, but that seems like a nice combination.
It's the foamiest foam you'll ever foam.
I used to
Okay,
have
well-
one that was a Century Sundae that we would put root beer with, and that was a pretty good float flavor.
All right, well, listen, I hate to cut you guys short, but I appreciate you popping in and letting us know about it. We will get some black raspberry fudge real soon, and go check it out. It's just the latest of all the great flavors from our friends at Bluebell.
See you next time.
And we will. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Sorry we weren't in studio today.
No worries.
Tell Robert to make sure he sticks a pint in the freezer for Phil and myself tomorrow. We'll eat it with Moose's wife's cookies. That's a good combination.
We're saving
Moose
some.
Tracks is an actual
We're
flavor.
saving some.
Moose Tracks is good, yes.
Fudge stripes, just like me.
Yeah, buddy, let's do it. All right, let's hit a break. It's 12:30. When we come back, we've got two Razorback tennis players. Yes, the rumors are true. The program survives.
They do have that resurrection glow.
They really do. They've got that new program smell. It's like a new program. You know what I mean? Even better than before. Backed by popular demand. And unlike Hooters, they're going to stick around for a long time. All right, we're going to take a time out. When we return, we'll tell you about what these guys are up against this weekend. They had to qualify their way in here. They don't just hand these invites out to anybody, Phil. Some people have to earn their way here to this fine tournament out in Little Rock. And so we appreciate you tuning in, and we'll talk to them coming up after the break. As we head into the break, I will tell you about our friends in the NBA. You know that FanDuel is an official partner with the NBA, and they're offering all kinds of fun things related to the playoffs, which are underway if you haven't heard. Tonight you've got Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals because the East has already been settled out. FanDuel.com/Arkansas. There's all sorts of profit boosts, bonus bets, and they've got great parlay options for you as well. Stack your bets, bet a little, win a lot. That's what's fun. FanDuel.com/Arkansas. Again, do not miss out on their happy hour and a whole lot more. And you need to check it every day because they're putting up new specials all the time. So I'm sure there's some really unique ones for tonight's matchup between the Spurs and the Thunder. And I guarantee you, my man Christian is nervous as all get out about tonight's game because he wants his Thunder to go back-to-back. Play your game with our friends at FanDuel. Got to be 21 up and present in Arkansas. And you can find them again, FanDuel.com/Arkansas. We're back after this.
Staley Electric presents Kevin Shalin when he joins the Zone Thursday for Hidden Gem with the Mighty Rib. Staley Electric, trusted since 1951.
This is SportsCenter.
After 3 wins in the SEC tournament, the Arkansas Razorbacks baseball team was unable to take the crown, losing in the tournament championship on Sunday to the top-ranked Georgia Bulldogs 11-1. Unfortunately, the Hogs' SEC journey did not do enough in the eyes of the NCAA to host a regional in Fayetteville. They're the 2 seed in the Lawrence Regional, along with the Big 12 champion Kansas Jayhawks, Missouri State, and Northeastern. The Hogs start regional play against Missouri State on Friday at 5. with TV coverage on ESPN Plus and radio coverage here on 103.7 The Buzz. The Little Rock Trojans fared better on the diamond. They won their second straight Ohio Valley Conference tournament. They advanced to the Hattiesburg Regional as the 4 seed, where they'll face host Southern Mississippi along with Virginia and Jacksonville State. I'm Moose with The Buzz Radio Network.
Let's see, if you're going to build a pool, tennis court, get dozens of fitness machines, indoor basketball court, pickleball court, it's going to cost you about $12.3 million. Don't have it? That's okay. Join the Little Rock Athletic Club or Racket Club. People will witness the fitness.
Hawks Homes, Arkansas's #1 dealer. They have more inventory than anyone in Arkansas. Hawks Homes is celebrating its 40th anniversary this month. In honor of that, Hawks is selling a home at $39,995. Hawks has other specials going on, other models as well. Be sure to take advantage of this great deal. Only lasts the month of May. We also offer custom-built manufactured and modular homes. 1 to 5 bedroom homes that can be built to accommodate your needs. Check us out at Conway and Bryant with over 65 models to choose from, or go online at hawkshomes.net.
Founded by the dynamic music duo Cliff and Susan Prowse, Big Red Dog Productions, your gateway to music excellence, offering music production, artist development, with a proven track record of award-winning events. From recording the songs you've written to learning how to book and play crowd-engaging shows, their Entertainers Academy can ignite your music career. Visit BigRedDogProductions.com. Your path to a full-time music career awaits.
The Zone Hotline on 103.7 The Buzz is presented by Jim's Razorback Pizza with 2 locations, Highway 10 past Taylor Loop and just off the Morgan Mall Mill exit.
Willie D's Dueling Pianos has not moved yet. They're still rocking right here in the Little Rock River Market. You'll find dueling pianos upstairs, DJs downstairs, karaoke on Tuesdays, and great food and drinks every week. Willie D's moves to Argenta later in 2026, so right now, join the party where it's always been. Reserve your table and learn more at WillieD'sPianoBar.com.
Willie D's Dueling Pianos, come and get your Willie on. We got the big deals, the big rock.
Arkansas is a Jeep state.
I've been selling Jeeps to people in this great state for 40 years.
So you've seen a lot then.
I'll tell you what I've never seen before is these great deals we got at Chris Crane Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Benton.
That's right. Jeep Wranglers start at $34,950. The fuel-efficient Compass, $399 a month, and the all-new Cherokee, $499 a month.
Come save thousands at Chris Crane Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Alcoa Road in Benton.
Big Lock Benton.
Plumbing problems? No problem. Whether it's a leaky faucet or a whole lot more, call the professionals at B.R. McGinty. They'll fix it right the first time. Call for all of your plumbing needs.
B.R. McGinty, yeah.
Let's get back to more of the show in the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio with your hosts, Justin Acri and Phil Elson on the Buzz Radio Network.
The UAMS Health Little Rock Open, and 4 really young, healthy ears are turning down their volume. They're like, "You're so loud." We've got 2 great guests here today, both Razorback tennis players, and these guys would have been ungettable a couple of weeks ago because the controversy was still too red hot. But we're actually here to talk about professional tennis anyway, so it's fine. Eric Padgham's with us. He's from Australia. He is a senior who is finishing up his classwork and then moving on to be a professional tennis player, or are you going to be an accountant or something?
That's the goal, yeah.
Professional tennis?
Hopefully I'll do well here, and that'll kickstart me for my career.
That'd be a good stepping stone. And then Jakub Verba, just a sophomore, Czech Republic native. Welcome, gentlemen.
Hey.
How we feeling?
Pretty good.
Very positive.
Yeah.
Have you all played in a professional tournament together before?
No, first time. We didn't even play together on the team, but yeah, he's a good teammate, so I knew we'd fit well together.
Are they the youngest? Are you the youngest in this tournament now?
I don't know.
No.
Could be.
I think
there's a 9-year-old in here, I'm told. So. What's the youngest player? 19. Okay. So how did you guys decide, you know what, let's go try to qualify as a doubles team?
Well, they had the wildcard tournament that Chip was hosting, and that was a pretty good opportunity, and I had to stay for summer classes, and Jakub was staying as well, so we just spoke to each other and thought it would be a good idea, a good opportunity to get a wildcard to this tournament, and luckily we got through, and here we are.
Have you guys had more success as singles players or doubles players?
For me personally, doubles, but
For me personally, singles.
Yeah.
But I prefer doubles, to be honest. I like doubles a lot.
Okay.
I had good results back in Czech Republic, but this season and last season and as a Razorback, I had a really good season as a singles player. So.
What's the scene like in Czech Republic for tennis?
It's pretty tough to play professional tournaments. You have some academies and stuff to take care of you, but with the finances and stuff, it's really hard to play on tour.
Is that the best sport you think for the Czech Republic, or basketball, or what is it?
Hockey is really good.
Hockey's number one,
yeah.
huh? Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about the whole situation at the Hill, and I'm curious about how you guys found out that they were getting rid of the program, and then how the news came back around that, oh, surprise, it's been salvaged. So what was that process like for you guys?
So first we got a message from our head coach, Jay Udvadia. He texted us in our group chat with all the players and stuff. He texted we have a meeting that we need to be at 12:30, I think. And so everyone gathered, women's team, guys team, everyone, coaches, and then the Hunter Jureček, the AD, came and just tell us the news, and we were shocked. We had no words. Everyone was crying. It was weird. Yeah.
There were no boos and nobody yelled at him or anything?
No.
Okay.
He wasn't there long enough to.
He dropped the bomb and got out?
Yeah.
And that's usually the best way to do that. I mean, a lot of relationships have ended that way. So what'd you guys do in the I guess the days afterwards?
So we found out, and then we were supposed to have practice, but the practice got cancelled, and we were just figuring out what's the deal. There was a lot of stuff going on. We were asking coaches what we have to do, enter the transfer portal, wait for some other stuff. But we just got the info, and we were just talking with each other, and just really, really bad mood.
I understand why Hunter had that meeting when he did, but it's so unfair to think that you guys are planning for an NCAA regional, and the excitement of the postseason, which we're all fired up about softball and baseball right now, but I feel like that joy was robbed from you.
Yeah, I agree. We got the news before the NCAAs, but I think we handled it well. We kind of did it for the Razorbacks and for the coaches, as we saw everyone mad and sad, so we wanted to really do it as a last match. That's what we thought was going to be last match, so we wanted to maximize the last match and our tournament. We didn't know we were going to lose, but it happened. So
are you planning on coming back?
I am. I'm planning.
Are most of the folks on the team planning on coming back? I mean, it's quite the whirlwind. I mean, you guys did the 180 overnight. I mean, that's a tough deal.
Yeah, it was a tough situation, but I talked with our head coach, and I decided to stay. But we have 2 players leaving. Our 5 and 6 guy, they're leaving to different schools, and we recently signed a new guy from LSU. So.
Okay.
Yeah, pumped for that.
Jakub, you're from Czech Republic, and then Eric, you're from Austria. I'm always curious about the culture. You've been here a while, I guess, right? Were you here your whole 4 years, or did you come late?
No, I've only been a Razorback for 1 year. I was at Arizona for 3.
Okay, that's interesting. So how about the differences there, and then just in the States, I guess, versus your home countries?
As a Razorback, it's pretty cool. And Arizona too. It's a lot of internationals, and you get a lot of Europe. You get Americans. And the mix is pretty interesting. But if you get it right, it's pretty special. So. I'd say it's very unique in terms of other sports don't really have that many foreigners.
Do you miss the dry heat?
Sometimes I do when it gets hot. Then I do miss the dry heat.
What part of Australia are you from?
Brisbane.
Okay, very nice. How about for you?
I'm from Prague. Czech.
Prague, okay.
Yeah.
And what are the biggest differences from a culture, food, all those kinds of things?
I mean, the food is completely different from all the countries in Europe and US. It's everything is different. Yeah.
What do you love about American food? Or is there anything?
Barbecue.
Barbecue, yeah.
Fried chicken.
Fried chicken is not bad, yeah.
Burger guy?
Yeah.
Do you see burgers in Prague? That's probably not a big thing.
Yeah, the thing is we have a good bread in Czech, which I miss a lot in here.
Okay.
Like the homemade bread,
Yeah, homemade bread is key. I agree. It's much better than the store-bought bread, generally speaking.
I'm going to ask you guys about what makes a good doubles partner.
I think the relationship with the player. I think if you understand, if you understand each other and you know what the other wants and you know the game a little bit, then you can.
Does it take time to figure out how you work together? Does it take a few matches? Have you guys played together before?
We first started in the wildcard tournament, and every match you go, every time you play, you start to learn new things about what they like to do, in big moments, which shots they have trust in, and you sort of build that connection. And over time, definitely over time, you build your relationship and get stronger together.
We've worked together for a week. How long do you guys play together before you start being hard on each other? Like, you really screwed that up, dude. Come on, get it together.
I think the key thing is you can be when you're honest with someone, and I think we've been teammates for a while now, so I'm not afraid to tell him when I think he should change something or so he's doing something well or whatever. I think it's important that you're open and pretty straightforward with your teammates, and that no one takes it personal.
Well, we're going to get along great because Justin previously, before I started working with him, has told me numerous times when I had my head up my ass, so I think we're going to be just fine.
I'm pretty honest. I never think that, though. Let me ask you, this is a hard court tournament. Favorite surface for you guys?
I like clay.
Yeah.
Like European clay.
Yeah.
But now I managed to get on the hard court because I never played hard court outside before I came to US.
Oh wow.
Because it's not really a thing in Europe much.
Okay.
Like on the Czech tournaments and all the outdoors are on clay.
Okay, so the indoor stuff's. Are the hard courts are inside?
Indoors.
Okay.
But also you have a lot of clay indoors.
Okay.
In Czech, so I wasn't able to play much on hard court outdoors, but I really like it now.
I assume grass is pretty popular in Australia too.
I don't get to play on it very often. There's not a lot in Queensland where I'm from, but it is super. There's something special about playing grass. It's just it's super cool and I love it.
If you guys could win any major, what would it be?
Wimbledon.
Wimbledon
sure.
still.
I never played on grass though.
Okay.
Never.
Has to be Australian Open.
They've got their own. They've got their own major.
They do. That's true. I didn't know.
Nothing like playing at home.
Well, it's like the Masters. I'm like, if you won any of the golf majors, they're all great. But I mean, I think most people would say the Masters or maybe the U.S. Open.
Yeah, I'd say Wimbledon's probably the most special, but nothing like winning at home.
Yeah, that'd be so cool. We saw a tournament, I guess it was last week, where the guy had to basically beg the chair umpire because he needed a bathroom break during their match, and the guy was not going to let him go. He's like, I'm going to go on the court if you don't let me go. You guys ever had a situation like that where you were an opponent, was in desperate need, or are you guys able to time that out a little better?
I've never had that problem, but
never experienced also.
I really kind of wish the guy would have let it rip out there. It would have been pretty funny.
I don't know. You got to switch sides at some point. I don't want to be on that side.
Yeah, for the chair umpire would have been a bummer. How about favorite player growing up? Who were some guys that you idolized, or maybe even women's player? I don't know.
I would say Rafael Nadal.
Yeah.
On clay also, I was watching when I was young. Yeah, that was my idol.
Yeah, Roger, but Dominic Thiem. I really idolized Dominic Thiem growing up, and I loved how he played.
Who's your favorite Aussie of all time?
Growing up, I loved watching Hewitt, just his fight, but especially becoming more of a doubles player now and appreciating the game a little more. Pat Rafter is a very cool player to watch for me.
Okay. What time do you guys play tonight?
6 p.m.
Do you know who you're playing?
Yeah.
Have you faced these guys before?
No, we've never played them, but I know who they are, yeah.
Does that mean they're pretty good?
Yeah, they're great players, yeah.
Yeah, I guess everyone's
here,
good. Yeah.
Everyone's here. Good.
Where are the bums? We want them. Yeah, exactly. Well, listen, good luck to you guys, and I hope a lot of people come out and support you all tonight. Do you know are the courts numbered? Do we know where they'll be? Stadium court. You're in the big leagues tonight, boys. Well, listen, you're going to have a lot of people out here supporting you. A lot of Woo Pig Sueys in the background. Phil was asking earlier, in the Czech Republic you speak?
Czech.
Yep, that's what I thought. Can you Woo Pig Suey in Czech for us? Is that a thing?
No, I don't think that's a thing.
Okay.
Well, there's always a first.
Did you guys? What did you think of the first time you saw a hog call?
Weird. When I went for the first football match, I was like, "Whoa, what is this?"
And then he starts doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Then you start to embrace it.
So
yeah,
you
exactly.
said you live by the baseball field. You like going to baseball games?
Yeah, a couple. Yeah.
What's your favorite sport to attend for Arkansas outside of tennis?
Probably. Football's.
Not good. Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. But you like?
But it's
the
fun to go and it's fun to tailgate before.
Yeah.
But baseball is pretty cool too, especially with the hog pen. That's pretty nice spot.
Yeah, okay.
I like basketball.
All right.
Yeah.
Did you hoop back home?
No.
Okay, just tennis.
Yeah, just tennis.
That's how you get here, I guess. That makes sense. Well, fellas, listen, best of luck to you guys. Hope we have a big crowd tonight calling the Hogs for you
Love
guys.
that.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Hog Nation.
Absolutely. Let's
We
go.
appreciate the time. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, fellas.
Thanks.
All right, good work. Eric Padgham and Jakub Verba, Australia and Czech Republic, and mostly Fayetteville, right? I mean, they're Hogs, so it doesn't really matter. Everything else is gravy.
As I'm told, once you're a Razorback, you're always a Razorback.
Absolutely.
Unless you choose to go play somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, listen, we're bringing an LSU guy in. I mean, we're cool. I mean, we're understanding of people. We got to hit a break, 12:48. Trey Schaap's at the SEC meetings. We will visit him on the other side of the break, so stick around. We'll get to that in just a moment. And again, I want to remind you, if you're coming over here, buckle up, folks, buckle up. We're failing miserably in the big scheme of things. 92% of Americans buckle up when they drive. Should be 100. It's weird. Only 80% in Arkansas. So it is the law. And also, again, I will not go into the numbers right now because we're tight on time. But the bottom line is you got a lot better chance of surviving an accident and also not getting severely injured in an accident if you're buckled up. I think everybody knows these things, but apparently people still need reminded because 2 out of 10 people, every time they drive, are not buckling up. So make sure you and everybody in your car is buckled up before you drive. And, again, the incessant dinging. If you can handle the incessant dinging of your vehicle because you're not buckled up, then you probably should go to a mental institution and check yourself in. But regardless, it's the law. So click it or ticket and all the things, folks. Be safe out there. Be smart. We're back in a second.
Hey folks, this is Mitch Ward, proudly serving the great state of Arkansas with Red River Auto Group for over 20 years. We started as Arkansas's #1 Ram, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep dealer, but we've also got Ford and Toyota. And I like to think we've got the largest discounts than anybody in the state. But folks, really, if you bring us any reasonable deal right now, we're going to try to put something together. If that means us giving a little too much for your trade or selling ours, or just a little too cheap, or fighting for the best rate, we're going to make it happen. Check us out at redriverauto.com.
Tennis fans, get ready for world-class tennis at the UAMS Health Little Rock Open. Presented by the Worsham Law Firm, May 24th through May 31st at the Rebsamen Tennis Center in Little Rock. Exciting hard-court action on the ATP Challenger Tour. Admission is free. The tournament benefits the bone marrow transplant program at the UAMS Winthrop P. Rockefeller Cancer Institute. For more information, visit littlerockopen.com. littlerockopen.com.
Down south, a handshake means something, and we let our actions do the talking. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm is rooted in Southern tradition and grit. Southern-born and raised and Arkansas-based, Brad Hendricks is named a Mid-South super lawyer year after year. So for car and big truck wrecks, medical malpractice, wrongful death, bankruptcy, and Social Security claims, his law firm produces results. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Southern roots, serious results.
This is Victoria Lee with Lion Legal. We provide exceptional communication and exceptional results in both the negotiating room and the courtroom. For exceptional results in growing your business, then add Sabrina Woodall with 1037 The Buzz to your pride. Call Sabrina 501-650-4971. Lion Legal and The Buzz. There is no one better to protect and grow your pride.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is Justin Acri. If shoulder or elbow pain is affecting your daily life, the fellowship-trained physicians at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health are here to help. They offer advanced care for injuries, arthritis, rotator cuff problems, and more, helping you feel better, move better, and get back to everyday life. Call 501-686-TOSH today to schedule your appointment. That's 501-686-8674. The doctor will see you now.
Let's get back to more of the show in the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio with your hosts, Justin Acri and Phil Elson, on the Buzz Radio Network. Coverage of the SEC spring meetings at the Sandusky Hilton in Sandusky, Florida is presented by Blackman Auctions. For over 80 years, better auctions have always been Blackman Auctions. And in part by Bet Saracen. Bet local in Arkansas with the only local sports book, Bet Saracen.
All right, Trey Schapp standing by from the SEC meetings and already heard from the commissioner. We'll get a quick recap of that. A little tight on time being on the road here at the 2026 UAMS Health Little Rock Open. It is underway. You can come and watch for free. Finals are Sunday, and there's tennis all week long over here at the Rebsamen Tennis Center. Trey Schapp, what's happening?
Do we have him? I thought I had him.
Yeah, he's on tie line A. Yeah, he's on the other tie line. Yep. Trey?
I got him all on over here. Yeah, I saw we had him.
Can you hear me?
There we go.
There he is.
All
hey,
right.
buddy.
There I am. Hey, how are you? I was going to say,
We're
Phil, good
man.
to talk to you. Welcome to the Zone and
hey,
to
Trey.
Signal Media. So down here today, a lot of the coaches were pelted with questions about, do you want to expand the college football playoff to 16, 24, rev share? I will say this, Kirby Smart was an advocate for not having to cut sports, like Arkansas cut tennis, and then they brought it back. You're there at Rebsamen Tennis Center for the tennis tournament. Kirby Smart said, look, our kids go to class with swimmers, with track athletes, with Olympic sports competitors. And so the college experience is building a bond there. And so he is not in favor of having to cut sports just so football could survive. And so that's an interesting take that I thought from him, and one that I'm not sure that all the schools in the SEC would look at in the same vein as Kirby Smart does.
Well, if he is willing to kick in some of that $15 million he's making a year, probably help, but I'm guessing he isn't, probably.
Probably not.
Yeah. Phil, there's a connection there, apparently.
Oh, yeah. The College Tennis Hall of Fame is like 2 home runs away from home plate at Foley Field at Georgia. They have a great tennis program there. So I'm not surprised to hear that from Kirby Smart.
Yeah. What's on the top of mind for the commissioner, Trey?
Well, the commissioner said that there will be discussion on the playoff. Will they go to 16? Will they go to 24? But he doesn't expect any announcement made this week. There will be some new bylaws will come out. I'm not sure how those are going to look. A lot of the questions are about, is Lane Kiffin going to get fined for his comments about Ole Miss? Coach Sarkisian was asked if he got fined over his comments about the underwater basket weaving comment that he made about Ole Miss, and he said that quote got taken out of context, but that he did not get fined. So, and I don't think Lane Kiffin's going to get fined either. I will say this, though. There's some interesting news out of the University of Arkansas. Women's golf is now 2 victories away from winning a national championship. They have advanced to the semifinals this afternoon after they beat Oklahoma State this morning.
Yeah, I saw they were kicking butt about halfway through earlier today, so that's good that they advanced
Yeah, they continued that. Yeah.
All right. We're about out of time here, Trey, but what's on tap for the next day?
Well, so the coaches just went into their meetings, and so they'll meet, and then they'll take the meetings that they have today, take them into tomorrow, talk to the ADs when the ADs join them, and then on Thursday the ADs will meet with the chancellors and presidents real quick, and then they'll have their general business session, and any new legislation, bylaw changes will come out of that session here at the SEC football spring meetings.
Okay. Very good. Trey, I appreciate it, man. We'll talk to you a little longer tomorrow, and we'll have some sound from the commissioner and some of the coaches and all that. So I appreciate the work, man. Good stuff, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
All right.
What's on tap? Highlighting the biggest sporting events each day is brought to you by Flyway Brewing, with locations in Argenta, Breckenridge Village, Memphis, and Fayetteville. For more info, go to flywaybrewing.com. Fresh beer starts there. Follow the migration.
Well, if you want to watch this event, you need to come over here to the UAMS Health Little Rock Open at the Rebsamen Tennis Center. But there's this little tournament going on over in Paris called the French Open, and it shifts over to TNT, True TV, and HBO Max in about 3 minutes if you want to watch a little bit of that. We've also got Western Conference Finals continuing tonight. Vegas dominating, taking on Colorado, 7 p.m. tonight on ESPN And Major League Baseball all across the board. I mentioned earlier Jordan Wicks. He's on MLB.TV tonight, taking on Phil's Pirates. It is his return to the big leagues, pitching for the Cubs tonight. And then, of course, that critical Game 5 in the West, 7:30 NBC and Peacock. Westmore. Oh, I should also mention on the Buzz. We've got the Travelers over on Buzz, too. And we've got the Wild Side tonight with Mark Hedrick and Trey Reed. What's up, buddy?
Hey, man, we got Mike Hagan, A-State men's golf coach, coming on at 1:30. They're getting ready to make a trip to the national championships. At 2:10, Coach Z talking a little Razorback basketball with us. And at 2:30, Cade Smith, Little Rock Trojans baseball player, coming on to talk about going to Southern Miss to play in another regional.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's outstanding. We're so happy for them. We had Coach Curry on for a little bit earlier today, too. So we'll be tuned in for that. Should be awesome. And I appreciate our friends here at the UAMS Health Little Rock Open. Come watch some free tennis this week, folks. And the finals again on Sunday at 1 o'clock. And you got the Hogs to root on tonight at 6 o'clock on the Championship Center Court. So come on over and root them on and check out some tennis this week. We're back in studio tomorrow.
Cookies. Days, but not with fuel-efficient vehicles. From Chris Crane Hyundai in Conway. Like the Tucson's loaded with technology. And there's even a hybrid model.
Stop playing the gas pump lottery with new Hyundai hybrids with up to 50 miles per gallon. Or get 0% financing for up to 60 months on new 2026 Tucsons and new 2026 Elantras. Start at just $22,995 at Chris Crane Hyundai.